Hello, happy Saturday. Welcome in. How are we doing? I know Saturday is not normally a stream day, but we got asked to join some games with some friends, and we just couldn't resist. Couldn't resist. Goosely, thank you for the 12 months, dude. Thank you for the 12-month Prime. Appreciate you. Well, welcome in, everyone. How are we doing? What's up, Vin? Roarsome, hello. Vin, Nix, hello. What's up, Teeny, Bama, Caden, Ding, Go, Clown. Welcome in, friends. How are we doing? If you guys haven't seen the game we're playing today, it's kind of an insane game. Yeah, it's a little out there. It's a little wild, but it'll be fun nonetheless. Should be good. It's a fun game, and when you're playing with friends, this game is nuts. Oh, I hope the recovery is going well, Nix. I hope it's going well, friend. But we're going to keep the intro short today. We are going to keep it short today because we want to join up with our friendos ASAP. ASAP. Hi, Juju. How are you, friend? Excited to see you guys playing this again. It's been a while. It's been a while. Yeah. 29 months. Oh my God, dude. What is Zort? A crazy game. A super insane crazy game. They're waiting on me. I'm starting it right now. I'm literally starting it right now. Like I said, I told him, I said, I'm going to keep it short. Now, this is my first time opening this game on this PC, so I don't know if that's going to cause any issues, but hopefully all my settings saved from before. We will see. I looked it up. It looks crazy. It's kind of nuts. Just a pinch. Just a pinch. Hey, Halogen, how are you, friend? Still holding for Cheebs. Yeah, Cheebs' intro is usually going to take a while. We've accepted this about that lovely man, is that it's going to take a bit. But it's okay. All will be well. All right, it's trying to re-download something, so we're just going to try to hurry it up. So I don't want to make Doc. It's me, Doc, killed Cheebs. So this is the group that we played with last time. And there's some stuff in this game we haven't seen yet. So it should be fun. It should be good. I'm excited. Much excited. Let's see. Okay, I'm going to go. The name of the game is Zort. Z-O-R-T. Zort. Zort. All right, let me get all those going. All right, I'll send out the noti, and then once this, something is downloading that is taking a hot second, so I'm kind of just letting it do its thing. We'll see what happens. Hey, Brady, how are you? I'm a Doki. Thank you for the 5 subs. Thank you, friend. Thank you so freaking much, dude. Appreciate you. Appreciate you. Okay, all that's connected. It's a ghost. Your computer's going to be... Don't say that. No. All right. Let me send out the noti real quick, and then once this thing finishes, I'll be ready to rock. Okay. Minimize that. Dude, what is taking this so long? Holy shit. It is taking this a hot minute. But I would tell them, go play one without me, but I don't want to miss out on the fun. Maybe it's friendly. Oh, the ghost or my computer? Which one? What up, Sketch? How are you? Abigail, good to see you. Hello. How we doing? What's up, Cursed? Good to see you. It is taking a hot freaking minute, man. Purple, thank you for the 5 months. Beta Cruz, thank you for the 6. Both? It could be both. That's true. Hey, Splat, good to see you, friend. I have never gifted 5 before, so I just want to show my appreciation. You're getting me through this pregnancy. Congrats, friend. How far along are you? How much longer do you have? Congrats on the baby. There we go. We'll do this volume. If it's too loud, I can turn it down if you need me to. Played a few games of Fads. It was fun. Nice. Yeah, we played with viewers. We played with viewers yesterday, and it was great. It was great. We didn't have a single disconnect the entire night, which was super nice because I was honestly a little fearful that it was going to happen. So thank God it didn't. Oh my God, would you please download? Holy crap. Hi, caramba. Oh, Marty, I appreciate you, man. Thank you. You and Doc are my favorite streamers of all time. Get out of here. Kaden, thank you. Doc is amazing. Mr. Kill is amazing. Mr. Cheeves is amazing. All of Midnight. These amazing beans I'm playing with tonight are a bunch of goofs. This song is called Memory Bank. Yeah, I love this song. This is a great one. 25 weeks. Chronic pain is worse, and I miss sleeping more than 2 hours at a time. Oh, well, I hope it gets better, friend. And I'm excited for you and excited for you and baby. Is this first baby? Is this number 2, number 3? Nix, thank you for the gifted. Thank you so much. This is a great song. I love this song. I'm literally staring at this thing. Just like it just says downloading required files. And I'm just any day now, dude. Any day now, dude. It's because of you. I know all the lovely Midnight City Beans have created lifelong friends here in the chat and Discord. Thanks to that, Mr. Flash. All Juju, of course. Juju, of course, friend. First, wasn't supposed to be able to get pregnant, and it happened a little bit too old. But you weren't supposed to, and you got pregnant. That's awesome. That is great. I mean, I'm hoping it was like a wow, this is an amazing surprise. Zort is a super fun game. It is insane. The first time I played this with them, I was like, I'm not diagnosed anything, but I'll tell you what, there was a lot going on. It was hard for me to focus. Okay, can I now play the game? It says launching. I'm hopeful. I'm pretty sure that the 3 of them are in there. I took a break from Faz until Tuesday and discovered 600 games in my library. Oh my God. Okay, the game might be starting. We might be in luck. We might be in luck. No, I'm not playing with viewers, friend. Sorry. And we're also not playing Faz. So playing APOC is going to be really difficult in Zort. Okay. Okay. Push to talk. It looks good. Wait, where was audio? Oh, okay. I guess this is it. We'll just turn this down for now and I can turn it up if I need to. Is there no separate audio for music? Holy shit. It's really intense. Okay. I can assume that I can join up on them. I assume. I don't know what my push to talk is set to. We're about to find out, friends.
Yeah.
Yes.
Somewhere over here.
I'm being told I'm... Oh my God!
It's FlashForce. It's FlashForce. It's FlashForce. It's FlashForce. It's FlashForce. Oh God. It's FlashForce.
Oh God. You know, I'm gonna be honest. I don't know who that was worse for, Flash or us.
Yeah,
I'm going through. I couldn't tell push to talk was working, so I was going through that. I just kept hearing this shit. Oh my God.
Well, anyway, hopefully you're awake.
Hi.
Hi.
Hi. I don't remember how to do anything.
There, Flash?
I'm feeling good.
Yeah,
I heard
we're
you're not
trying
feeling
to-
so hot.
I'm still trying to remember my controls.
Yeah.
I took a COVID test to see if I could blame it on you, but as it turns out, I don't have COVID, so that kind of ruined that
we can
experience for me.
pretend.
Yeah. Oh, remember that time we were less than 6 feet away?
Good catch.
What a time.
What's a time? Oh.
What a time. Dude, what is that? What the fuck? Why is there 17 boomerangs on the floor? Where'd those come from?
I want to try. Oh
Throw a
God.
boomerang.
Hey.
How do I... Wait, how do I throw stuff? Oh my God, I have 2 boomerangs
Oh,
on.
remember our IDs have our little faces on it.
Okay. Gee. Oh, ow,
Woo!
ow. Oh my God. Oh.
That looks just like me.
Hey!
Got it.
Look at that.
Got her. All right.
How do you catch it? Is it
what do I
E?
need to remember?
Ow,
V for voice controls crowd.
You forgot.
Did you guys see the
Yeah,
cat
what
on
was
top of the fridge?
I mean,
There's a cat. Oh my God, it's a Christmas cat.
It's a Christmas kitty.
It's a Christmas cat.
They really, this is really giving
Look at
off the vibes
we
of
wish
like,
you a Merry Christmas. We wish you a Merry Christmas.
this is giving off the
And
vibes
a
of that.
litter box.
Oh,
Crab
man,
Game?
What
Are you
is
talking about Crab Game?
Yes, where they just
Yeah,
stopped
where
updating
it's been
after
like
Christmas.
for 4. It's been Christmas for like 4 years in Crab
Right.
Game.
They
Yeah.
were like, oh, that's it. That's all we got.
That's it, everybody. Hope you enjoy for the next
Enjoy.
century.
It's the most
How do I
wonderful time
emote?
of the year.
How do I
It
emote?
is, to be
There's a
honest.
way-
It's a very
there's a way
joyous
to emote.
occasion. I want to
All right.
celebrate 24/7.
So I'm gonna click on it. Oh,
All right. I guess we're just going for it.
Okay.
apparently I am the only person who has to ready up. That's
Whoa!
Was that Loch Ness wearing glasses? What did
It's
we just see?
Nessie.
It's the mighty sea
It's a
we
Loch Ness
need.
monster. I think so. Yeah. I think they were bifocals.
That is exactly what I would
What
envision
the
us
hell?
being like on the raft.
So this is all brand new. We haven't seen this
Hey,
yet.
buddy.
Hey,
Hey.
how's it going?
Hey, how are you?
No.
Oh God!
Oh
Oh
my God!
Ow.
no!
We've been
Ow.
probed.
Damn it, George.
We've been probed hard. I don't think we can survive that.
Oh,
Oh, great. Now we got
Someone's
crabs.
got crabs.
Crap, we were talking about you.
a little penicillin will be fine.
Episode 3.
Okay, now this is turning into what is this? Peak?
It's very intense.
Gotta make crabs right now.
3. Seagate.
Thank you, Morgan Freeman.
Morgan Freeman says no problem.
Did you bring your ibuprofen? I'm gonna need it.
Watch out for the boars.
Okay, hey, how
Dude,
do
this
we,
reminds me
I
of.
don't remember how to emote.
This reminds me of
How do we
Peak.
emote?
Alt,
Yep.
alt, and the numbers.
Alt.
Oh, dude, I don't either. Is it F?
Alt.
Got it.
Alt, right.
Got it.
Wait,
There it is. Yeah,
There's
you
a
gotta
map.
throw- yeah,
Oh,
throw
here it is.
back.
Remember this
There it
one?
is. Look at that. Look at that. Look at that. Yeah.
Okay.
I'm not sure you want to be
Well,
shouting alt right on stream.
There's a plane flying over right now.
Yeah.
I'm not stopping. No, I'm not stopping either. I'm not stopping.
Where is it?
Wait,
Help
what is
me,
it? Oh, it's a crab.
please.
Can I catch a crab?
Oh, I found a treasure map.
Yeah, there's crabs.
If
yeah.
we
You
go
wanna
to
catch
the
it?
other
You
side,
can't-
there's an
They're
X.
pretty small.
We can't catch crabs. I just discovered.
No. Are you sure?
mean?
If you get
No,
close
it's
enough to him, I
unfortunate.
bet you can get him.
It's my favorite game mechanic. Do
Come here.
you want me to catch it and
Touch
give it
it.
to you?
Touch it. Just touch it.
Hey. Hello.
Can we
Hi,
not
buddy.
sprint?
Come here. Stop. You're going too fast. Come on. Stop it.
All
Come
right.
on.
There's a lighthouse in the
Actually,
distance.
don't
I
think
feel
we
like
can. I
that's
think
where we
just
need
run
to
the
go.
same speed.
How's the volume? Is their volume okay? Is it too loud? Or is
good.
it perfect?
Probably. Yeah. There's also like a
Oh, there's a
castle over
pirate
there.
ship.
Oh, dude, there's a boat.
Oh, there's
One-Eyed
gas.
Willie. Yeah, he was the
Yeah.
greatest pirate of his time. My dad told me all about
Oh
him
my
once.
God. Who's
Oh my God.
Telerosa? Push Telerosa. Oh, is that the name of our boat?
We can-
Why is she moaning?
Hold on,
Dude,
let's-
okay.
let's pack
Okay.
some
I'm glad I heard
supplies.
that.
Oh, wait, what?
The moaning. I was like, am I losing
What
it?
did you hear?
What, did I hear that too? Come here. I wanna get you.
Yeah, I was gonna say. Yeah.
Someone's dying.
That sounds like,
Someone's
why is the
dying.
boat moaning? What is happening?
Boat, why are you
Oh,
moaning?
Telerosa, are you okay? Why are you a toilet?
Oh, waiting for other players. Hey. I came over here, pressed E, and it said
we
waiting
all
for
have
other
to
players.
touch it.
Oh,
Yeah,
a
we all have to
turtle.
touch it. There we go.
Groggy noises. Oh, I don't feel right. I don't feel right touching this boat.
We got crabs, we got turtles, we got moaning boats.
Oh, see you later.
Yeah,
Where'd
I
the
don't want
gas
it to
go?
moan again.
Wait, weren't we supposed to be on the boat?
Okay.
I think it's taking on water.
There was. I actually don't. Well,
Oh, repair it. Oh, God.
Yeah, I think it's
Oh,
sinking.
Are you humans? I haven't seen
Oh.
you in ages.
Oh.
hi.
Oh, dude, we need planks. We need planks.
wood.
There's a plank of wood here.
Okay.
There's a plank of wood here. You gotta jump on it. Okay, I got a plank of wood. I'm
Gas.
coming in
We
hot.
need the gas and the thing
I'm
from
gonna fix
what's his
the,
name's chest.
The gusher here.
I've got the chest.
How do I?
here.
There we go.
Okay.
We put
I
that.
want to pick you up and make you my friend.
All right, we're good.
Oh my God, Doc, leave the turtle alone.
All right.
Did someone say? Doc, that's a crab. That's not even a. Oh no, there's a turtle back there. I was gonna say, are you that delirious already?
Wait.
The sickness is
Well, it
affecting
seems
you.
like the
confused.
delirious
I can
is
grab
on
the handle,
our
but
foot
what's
now, doesn't
happening?
it?
Oh, there's the
Oh,
piece.
things in place.
Ah, there
We
it
need-
is.
We need an engine too.
Nah, we're right.
Oh, did you put the engine piece in?
He just put it. Yeah, he just put it in there. Do we need more gas?
He put it in. Okay, we're
I
good.
have gas. I have
What happens if
gas.
I pull
Where do we
this?
put it?
Oh, put it in there.
In.
Oh,
The
put
hole.
it inside
Put
of
it in the hole.
Rosa.
Put it in there, Doc.
Oh.
Right in.
In the hole there, yeah.
You
just
have
let her
please
rip.
tell her.
There you go.
Wait a minute. I don't know that I like that next command in the game. That next. Did you see the next objective?
No, what'd it say?
The next, sent to ride Telerosa.
Yes.
I don't think that seems
Well,
appropriate.
you know what to do.
I'm
So
not
who's
doing it.
gonna go first
That's
now?
how we get crabs.
Oh, what does this
All right.
say?
Nice to meet you.
Oh, okay, I will.
Little
Go
raft.
wherever the wind takes
I'm still working on it, but once it's
I don't know
finished,
what kind of
it'll be.
power
Would you
source
shut up,
it
Telerosa?
is. Incredibly strong. Anyway, let's get out of this cursed place.
That's great. That's great. Shut up. Once it's finished, it'll be a true.
Thank you,
engine-
Telerosa.
Oh my
We love
God,
you.
Telerosa! Please, for the love of God, this is why they ripped your heart out.
Guys, there's a wooden Nessie.
Many
It's
have
I wanna
a
touch it.
Trojan Nessie. Look
It's a
out.
Trojan Nessie. That's how they got in.
It's the Trojan Nessie. You gotta be
I
careful.
really want to
what's
jump
inside.
to it and swim to it.
Oh my God.
Someone fell off the
I
raft.
kind of do too,
well,
but I
here
feel
we
like
go.
we might die if we do it. Can I stop?
Someone fell off the raft. That's me.
Oh, she stops. There we go.
Oh.
Oh no! We can't.
Exploration is the
Oh,
spice
is
of
that a
life.
shark?
Oh, where
oh
you
no!
going?
Oh no! Oh no! It's a shark!
Go. There's a shark. There's a legitimate shark.
Oh my God! Oh my God! Oh my God!
We're
It's
fine.
a real
Swim, I
It's circling
guess.
me! It's circling me! It's circling
It's a
me!
real shark. It's not a fake shark.
Oh God! Oh no! Oh my God!
Wait a minute.
What's the
There we
little
go.
boat
the
going?
shark.
Hey,
This is Zort.
I don't,
the little boat?
I don't think it'll attack.
You don't think it's gonna attack? Well, Cheebs,
Yeah,
there's only
this
one
is
way to
Zort.
find out.
Doc, you have an ID you're showing me. How are you doing that?
Just hold-
How do
you
I
mean
show
this
you?
ID?
Oh, look at.
Yeah,
you see
that
my
ID.
ID?
yeah.
Look at that.
Look at.
Look at that.
Yeah,
It's
look at the
Flash
ID.
Force's face.
Look at that.
No.
Oh, that's cool.
That's
Yeah,
kind of
why
like
not do that?
yeah.
Yeah. Look at
Look at
that.
that,
There's
just a couple
skills.
guys
There's
hanging
flash.
out.
Look at
Yeah.
that. Yeah. We're legal for the raft.
Well, let's go.
Yeah,
Show me your
right.
ID.
She's
That's
here.
right.
Oh my God.
Not everyone has
Alright.
IDs like this.
It's
All
like
right.
it's like we're a TwitchCon, like a really
who's
a
who's
really,
riding
really
Telerosa
lonely
now?
TwitchCon.
I'll
There's
give
only four of us.
Telerosa a ride.
This is it, everybody.
wait,
Four people on a raft.
Wait,
All
I got
right,
it.
I'm on a
the
boat.
entertainment is a raft. We're just gonna
Yep.
put you out in the middle of a lake.
Yeah. It's literally like 7 pallets. That's what it's made out of.
And the
Well, it's a little more than
cheeseburgers
7.
cost $23.
Maybe like 9.
Would you guys be quiet? You're ruining this experience for me.
Yeah, they got to drone them over here with a Maverick. Sorry. Flash is trying to ride Telerosa.
Should we
I
be
love
watching?
boats.
This feels slightly wrong. I didn't even pay.
Guys, I can't help it.
Oh, sorry. Guys.
What are we looking at? What's wrong?
Oh,
Dude,
there's a
what is
pirate
the
ship.
emote again?
There's a
Dylan?
pirate ship.
What do you mean?
Where?
Oh my God.
Dude, it's coming right at us. How do you?
It's coming right for us.
We play by my rules.
I don't have flags. I don't have flags. Fuel.
Oh,
Jesus Christ, dude. Oh.
Hey,
Attack!
Oh, are we friends? You guys look the
Oh,
same.
no.
I think it's hacking.
Help! Help!
What is happening? I don't know what to do.
I don't know.
What is even going
Get
on?
off the boat. Get off.
What is
That's right.
this?
Get out of here. Get out of here.
Get out.
Get him. Get him.
How are we?
I don't have a weapon.
I'm hitting E.
I'll hit you
I'm
with my
E.
ID. That's all I
I'm
have.
E. Get out of here, idiot. Get out of here. Leave my friends
Is it
alone.
E?
Yeah. Get out of here.
Get eat on, nerd.
Get eat
Wait,
on.
Bye, Mimi. Go
Throw the
Mimi.
gas at him.
That wasn't
Full crew attack. Oh God.
attack!
We,
Oh my God. Gotta get him fast.
No,
Go
stop
fast.
attacking,
Gotta go fast.
please.
Got one. Ow. Oh God. No. No. I'm drowning. I got him back. Okay.
I don't
Where are
think
they?
he's working for me.
He's working for me.
There's, it's not for me.
Yeah.
Flash, you have to do it.
Yeah, get eat
right there.
on.
Get eat on, nerd.
Get out.
Shit! Who the hell are you to wipe out my entire crew?
Language, sir.
Time I play my final card. Call it Blind John!
Blind John's coming.
Not Blind
Oh,
John.
he's got a bomb.
Everybody run.
Blind John.
He's flying with the bomb. He's flying with the bomb.
You're all right.
I have the bomb. I have the bomb.
Oh my God! Get out of here! James, get out of here!
Shit. Grab anything useful.
Oh my God!
What?
Oh, there he is.
Shit. Grab anything useful.
Jesus Christ!
They played
that
hot
like
potato with
obliterated my
cheese.
head. Oh, I'm back.
Oh, hey, the
that
shark's back.
obliterated my head.
Well done, guys.
Got your ID,
Check your
Chiba.
shit. Grab anything
Okay,
useful.
I have my ID kill. Don't you worry.
Oh, wait.
Oh, you have
I
my
have it.
ID.
Yeah.
So do we go on to this? Oh, hey.
Hey!
Are you claiming my identity?
Apparently I do look like you now, so.
Well, it
Please
was
don't
uncanny
do
to begin
this.
with. Oh, yeah, we gotta go up. Let's go up the ladder.
They're gonna mock me back and pay your team.
Who's talking? Oh, it's this dude. Yeah, get off! Oh shit!
Grab anything useful.
I tried to shoot him at the same time when you pushed him.
We have what's in here?
I don't know, but it says to get stuff off of the boat.
Well done,
Off of the
guys.
boot.
Off the boat.
Shit.
Get it off the
Grab
boat.
anything useful.
Get it off the boot.
Oh,
Ooh, I
look
got
at
some
that
money.
bag of cash.
Yeah, look at that. 34 coins right there.
34 corns. I like
For
it.
you,
Yeah, not to
for
brag or
me.
anything.
Okay.
Well, I don't know if we share it though. Do we share the loot that we pick up?
that I'm not sure.
Plantains and gigantic
We might
almonds.
share it.
Okay.
What about colons, Doc?
Plantains and gigantic almonds.
Plantains and colons.
Oh, almonds.
Blind John.
Almonds,
Weakness, blow
Oh,
up.
we're
Why are we
sinking.
sinking?
We're sinking.
Oh, uh-oh. We didn't grab anything off the
All
boat, did
over
we?
again. Where's Rose?
No.
Help me.
Hey, guys,
You know
there's
what
a
we were
shark.
supposed to... Yeah, there's another shark. Doc, swim faster. Harness your inner chi.
Okay, we didn't really get anything
Did anyone get
useful.
planks? Did anyone get planks by any chance?
No.
Okay.
No, we got some coins, though, so that was cool.
I have fuel. I can
mean-
fuel this.
Put the fuel in the hole.
Yeah, put the fuel in the hole. Maybe we can like seal it with gas and my
What if we
ID
just, what if we
card.
just keep going?
You could also try that. I mean, maybe we'll make it before we sink.
I'd say give it a try. Hey, you guys can't hear me, right? Okay, good. Push to talk is working. That's awesome. Gotta love when a game has working push to talk. Thank frickin' God. Hey, Roman, good to see you. I am Vin. Yeah, I'm everywhere. Hey, Spirit. What happened? What happened? Venny, thank you for the dono to St. Jude. Thank you, friend. So,
If anything
guys
ever
come here
summed
often?
up
Come here
playing
often?
with streamers,
Yeah. Oh yeah. We all. I'm sorry. Yeah. talking
complete
to chat.
silence.
sorry. Play a
So
little
anyway,
catch up. Play a little catch up.
how you doing?
Doing pretty
What's
good.
your
How are
favorite
you?
part about our 9 pallet
Hey, Kill.
wrap?
Yeah, Kill. How's it going?
Yeah. How are you?
Oh
Kill?
wait, are we all holding up our IDs to make sure people know
Well,
who we
Keep it
are?
hut.
Well, it's hard to tell who's who because I mean we have the same ID. Which one's Kill?
No, I'm
You know?
Keep It the Hut.
Yeah, I'm Kill. Oh. No. He's suffering from scurvy.
Man,
Don't die on us.
it's even believable in Zort. There we go. Man, I want to go to that lighthouse, but that's a long
I
swim.
kind of do too, but
That's a heck
I think
of a
we're not
swim.
going that way.
We can't.
I mean, you can harness your.
We can't guide. We can't guide the boat, right?
No, you can't guide the boat.
Can't
no.
guide
So are we supposed to swim
Going-
somewhere,
going
or are we
straight
just
back.
supposed to stay? Wait, should we go to that lighthouse?
Well, that's what we were
Well, that's
saying.
what-
That's a long
Just saying.
swim.
Do you want a gun for it? I mean, we can try it. It's the worst that happens. Okay, we're
There's a
going.
lighthouse.
Let's go.
All right, let's
I,
watch them die.
At the end of the day, the worst that
See the
happens.
shark go right for him.
There's a shark. I don't think it's going to eat us. Actually, I think it's a friendly shark.
friendly shark.
Maybe this is a friendly shark. Are you friendly?
Yeah, I don't think it's friendly.
It just threw him in the air and ate him. He said, "I think it's friendly," and it threw him in the air and murdered him.
Right, now I have 2 copies of Chiba's ID.
Now you can really pull pranks on us. I have played Sea. I have. Yeah. Wow. Do we just keep going? You know, I want to go to that lighthouse, but I feel like we should keep going.
Everyone
moving.
must be on the raft to move forward.
Oh, come on.
What? Oh. Chiba. Oh, wait,
Is he-
he's on the island.
Is he on the island? Chiba!
I mean, I have a feeling if we get to the island, we're not getting off it without this
No,
boat.
I don't think so either, because you have to swim all the way back. I wish I could zoom in.
I don't know where Doc
What's
is,
your
so-
name? So Doc got eaten by the shark. We're pretty sure that Cheebs is over there, and we're taking on water nonstop.
This has been a successful vacation.
Everyone must be on the raft to move forward.
Oh, Chiba?
Eva, bring wood
Wait.
back.
Can you hear me?
Chiba?
I don't know what happened, but I awoke on the island. A little bit.
Look,
naked,
look,
but it's
Kill,
okay.
look at the island. Look over here. Look over this way.
You see me?
Yes, I do.
Can you see? What am I doing?
Are you dry humping?
I'm dry humping. Yeah. What does it look like from there?
It's really hard to see. It's like if an ant was dry humping and we were trying to recognize what it was doing.
Perfect. That's
A
the
blue
effect I was
ant.
going for.
Okay.
Is Doc over there?
No, he got eaten by a shark.
Well, so did I, but I awoke on the island somehow.
Oh.
I don't know if this is like Lost. Yeah. I don't know if this is Lost recreated or what.
I don't know, but we can't move this until all the players are on the boat.
Everyone must be on the raft to move forward.
We're gonna need you to swim.
Stop hopping around and get back to the boat.
What if Doc is still alive on the island, though? Will it be the same thing?
Well, I'm gonna make a safe assumption here that he's probably not.
But I also got eaten by a shark, though. Maybe I was the lucky one.
Maybe.
I might have been lucky. Okay, 1 second. I'm swimming.
I have checked and can confirm Doc did not respawn.
He did not respond. Okay, we're
There
running.
you go.
We're swimming.
Fun fact.
Sorry, we're not running.
First thing I hear when logging in, are you dry humping?
Run quick, Achiever.
Well, he's
I'm
fast.
trying to run.
He's a fast boy.
I'm
Look at him
harnessing
go.
my. I know. Well, I did do track
on
and
water.
field after all.
Oh, okay. That does make sense for swimming.
Yeah, it translates really well. So I guess we got to go to that castle, though. I think that's where it's taking us.
Man, you're really good at baseball. Yeah, I can cook.
Yeah, I can cook. Listen, I know my way around spices.
I played chess before. I get it. All right.
I'm Doc now.
Oh, you're Doc?
Yeah, you got to take
Let
over
me
for him.
see. Okay, I believe you. I believe you.
How are you getting everyone's ID? Do you have my ID? Kill,
He's
I
a
lost
thief.
mine. Can I have my
He's
back?
a thief.
Yeah.
Pro hacker.
Identity theft is not a joke, Kill.
No, I take it very seriously. That's why I've got so
Millions
many.
suffer every year.
Exactly.
I'm drinking out of my my Dwight mug, the one about the facts. The future,
Oh, yeah.
the future Dwight. I got that mug right now.
Oh.
Dwight,
awesome.
at 8
I
a.m.
have-
today, someone poisons the coffee.
The only one I have is the
Doc,
world's
Doc,
best
Doc,
boss
Doc,
mug, but
no.
it's fault that I never.
Doc.
It's just my showpiece. Whoa, what is that?
No!
It's
They
a
were
giant
pirates.
exclamation mark.
That's exactly what
Oh,
it is.
oh my God!
Whoa,
Stop!
whoa!
We're not pirates!
Stop it!
We're not pirates.
We're not pirates,
at
even though we
least you
look
aren't.
exactly like them.
Is that Doc with an eye patch? What is that?
I think it might be, yeah.
Okay.
That's where he went when he died.
Oh, he loves us. Aw.
Hello.
Oh, that's sweet.
Aw.
Thank
He wants
you.
to take
It
our
makes
hearts.
me
You're
wanna-
I can
gonna-
help fix my broken parts.
You're gonna steal our organs.
We love you too.
We love you.
This is love.
Baby, don't hurt me.
Don't hurt me no more.
No more. All right. Do we swim now?
What do we do? Do we swim?
Oh, still going forward.
Oh no, we're going. We're going.
Still move.
There's just a little pit stop. How do we like? Is there like a little like mushroom around here for an extra? Is that a poop emoji?
There might be, yeah. It's kind of looking like it. It's
No.
looking like it. What is this?
No,
Like a
no, or it's a
Princess
smiley
Peach?
face with like a little cape.
What does that say? AMK Tower?
Where do you see that? Oh, back there. Oh, I didn't even see it.
On top of the tower.
On top
yeah,
of the
yeah,
building.
Yeah. It looks like a poop. Yeah. What is it? It's supposed to be a crown, right?
Oh, this
Crown
feels
shape.
right. Wait, this definitely feels like where we should stop.
Oh, yeah. What is that? There's something I need to
All
pick
right,
up here.
guys,
What is
I'm
this?
counting on you.
Thank you.
Find a mechanic around
See you,
here.
Chiba.
Thank you. You were not the host.
Turtle,
Okay,
turtle.
Doc. Look at this thing. Doc needs to click this.
How do we bring Doc back?
Well, I don't know. Can we not like? No, I can
what's
enter.
this?
Waiting for other players. Yeah, we can enter.
What is this? Guys.
What's over here? Wait, what's this? Oh,
Too close to.
What is this? Is this like the ship of the damned?
That's what I'm saying. It says too close to do that.
Ooh.
What does that mean? Too close to
I don't know,
what?
I'm clicking on it. What are we supposed to be doing?
Too close to what?
I'm clicking it. Maybe this is how we bring people back?
Maybe, I don't know.
Or what if we all click it? What happens?
It just keeps saying
Too close to do that.
Yeah, I don't know what that means. All right, so you said we can enter this?
We can enter that, yeah. All three of us have to open the door.
Naku? The only friends I have in this land again are even smart enough to be friends. Hard to say. The only thing I know for sure is that they are harmless. Content and their little content. Oh, content, not content. In their little world. Oh, look at their little brains.
Content in their little world.
In their little world. They're king, though.
They
I
make
don't know.
great
Maybe
content.
ignorance really is bliss. They got little
might be.
brains.
Title.
Hi, Turtle.
Turtle.
Are you? Is this Doc reincarnated?
Is he
Hi.
a turtle?
Are you a turtle?
Waiting on other players.
All right, let's go.
Maybe this will bring Doc back.
Hopefully, yeah. There might be a spot in
Wait,
here.
Put your idea.
Oh no.
Okay.
Adventure's filled with IDs.
Yeah, well, I don't know why you have them all. Hi.
Hi.
How are you? How you doing?
Oh, God, Chiba.
Hi.
You have free bottle. Oh, don't mind if I do.
Free bottle. What do we?
I don't know. It's a
What do
free
we get?
bottle.
Oh, thank you. Can I get another one? Thank you.
Well, can I
Can only
trade you?
carry one
Oh,
bottle.
I took his Rubik's Cube. Run.
You took the Rubik's Cube? Is there
Wait,
another one?
wait.
Hi.
Wait, is the
Hello?
Rubik's Cube a way to bring
Yeah.
someone back to life?
Oh, I actually, if it's not, there is an item like that was. Yeah, how do you use
Oh,
it?
it says you're already sane. It's for sanity.
Okay. There is an item to bring someone back. I forget what it is.
It's this guy.
It's like one of the dolls. or
It's
something?
this.
Yeah, use it. Yeah!
Bring him back. Bring our Doc back. Yeah.
Let's go, Doc!
There he
Oh
is.
my God.
Yeah.
He's back!
Where am I?
Yeah.
What is this?
Yeah.
Andy Dufresne.
The excitement is
Wasn't
too
much
much.
to look at.
It was at that moment that he realized.
Hi,
Whoa,
who are
whoa,
you?
whoa.
Why are you? Hello. Thank
What is
you.
he
Thanks for
offering
bringing
you?
me
Got
back.
there.
Oh wait, he's offering me the
Anna McCoy?
McCoy Times. The people
Anna
of
McCoy Times.
McCoy live in fear despite their terror of the giant creature believed to dwell in the sea, known as Ness. It was learned today that its latest victim is a child. To avoid drawing the monster's attention, the villagers now speak in
What is
whispers.
this? What is this? I always
Another
eat burger
news-
with a fork thing. What is this?
Wait, where do you see that?
I don't
In other
know.
news, this person
don't
tried to
know.
eat a hamburger with a fork.
Oh my God!
He's
Amazing.
riding a donkey.
Monster in the lake.
Easy.
A donkey! Oh, what the hell? Did you just throw a carrot?
Hi.
He just chucked a carrot.
Oh my God! It scared me. Oh Jesus!
Hello. Oh!
Oh my God! What did you do?
Wait, so,
Oh,
if
there's
we
a
get
rat.
so if we get behind it, does it kick?
Oh, it does. Yellow mule kick.
Oh, look at all the little
I'll wake you up in
thingies.
the morning.
Get eat on.
Can I pick up the carrots? No, they're gone.
Got a collectible. Oh my God! Look at him chasing you.
What is? Why are you crying? Why are you yelling? What is happening? Calm down.
Back to school.
Indeed, aspects.
What's up, nerd? Hey,
I'm
Rita.
gonna. there's Zorties here. I
Sea
don't know if
monster.
someone else wants
Run,
to take one.
hide. Okay.
We should always have
Thank
authorities
you.
on hand just in case.
Hey,
Yeah,
if we
someone
see a
pick up
sea
this
monster,
Zordy.
you're
I
supposed
have
to run
one.
and hide, okay?
Bill, you want to take it?
I've got one, and I'm trying to put down other things to pick another one
What
up.
do you guys got?
Well, you don't really need to be carrying my ID. I don't think, Bill.
If I could put the
I don't think so.
fucking thing down, I would.
Hey, how are you? Oh, you can tell my fortune? Oh.
What do you do? What do you got going
Oh,
on
look.
here? Oh, you got the newspaper.
Zort 2,
On
Zort 3.
AMK 31.
Wait, what? There's Zort 2 and 3.
Yeah.
Oh, that's
Video
cool.
games.
AMK 31, Zort 2, Zort 3. Oh, that's cool.
Doc?
Oh, I'm back on the boat.
What?
Doc?
Doc, what just
Wait,
happened
Doc,
to you?
what happened?
What just happened to
game
you?
being saved.
I pulled on a thing and it put me back in the boat, and then I hit the save thing. So here we are.
Oh.
Oh, okay.
I mean, that's not the end of the world. Yeah, we just saved the game. Yeah, we're good.
Yeah.
Hi. Oh, I'm gonna get my free bottle again since we're back here.
Yeah, you should
So
probably get,
nothing
probably get
changed.
a bottle just in case.
Yeah, you gotta have a bottle.
Skeet up.
A bottle and a Zorty.
It just says to explore.
right, so what do we
I
do?
guess we're just
Poseidon.
exploring, huh?
I guess. Yeah. There's a
Monster in the lake, Danger.
Danger, that is
Recently,
correct.
strange events have been
fortune.
reported
How do I get my
around
fortune
Van
told
Lake.
though? Like, does it work?
Locals claim that those who would venture too close to the
No,
shore
it doesn't
fell
matter.
victim to
Massacre
the
at
Van
birthday
Lake
party.
monster. An
Daniel
unnamed
threw
creature is
Marcel
known among
into the
villages
lake
as
because he
the thing hidden
didn't like the
beneath
cake.
lake's depths.
What's this?
Every wave you see might be the beast.
Can I walk up here? No, I
I
can't.
don't know,
walk
going
up
to the
here.
farm.
Each level of this game is like a completely different game. Massacre at the birthday party. Oh, we're looking for Daniel.
His style of rule
Daniel
might not be the
Marcel. Oh
most
my God.
acceptable, but what can I do? He also seems
King
rather
Wars,
attached
become
to
the
his
king.
crown. So, some guy in his crown.
Instructions on how to avoid the sea monster.
Hi.
Wait, didn't
How
the
do
guy
I
on the
avoid
donkey
the
have a
sea
crown?
monster?
Oh,
What do I
there's
do?
Zordy
What do
over
you
here.
recommend?
Oh,
What do you
mushroom.
recommend? What's your greatest
The blackboard
strategy? You
cheese.
had to pick one. Okay, avoid the sea monster. Run or
Be
hide.
careful, the donkey kicks. Hey,
So,
it does
the
kick.
greatest strategy is
I'm
run
not
or hide
afraid.
to avoid the sea monster. Got it.
Oh, are we about to ride donkeys?
There's another save point over here.
Guys, there's donkeys.
Get over here, run the donkeys.
Oh, what's going on
Little
over
guy.
here?
Hi, what are you doing? Oh
Farm?
Is there a kick button?
my god, why would you do that to this poor little soul?
I'm just asking if there's a kick button.
No, but there's a bottle throwing button.
He's a big guy, though. Yeah, he's much taller than
I
the other
think there's no time like the present.
All right, roger
one. Okay,
that.
the game is being
Hey,
saved.
You won't do
are
it.
you affected by bottles?
Oh, there's mushrooms.
That's a yes.
Cool player. You hurt 5. Oh, I didn't hurt anyone. Oh, it's because they hit someone.
I guess that's a
what it
yes.
is.
Roger that. Hey, you two heathens.
Oh, dude. Did we get on the donkeys?
Yeah, you just go right behind it,
Run
okay?
that donkey, donkey.
Okay.
I killed him. I killed him. He's dead. All right, well,
Hold on.
I'll bring him back.
Okay.
I got it.
Oh my god. That's fantastic. Thanks for the clip, Jeeves.
As if that killed me, a donkey kick.
I can't believe it. You should probably check and see if it does it again.
I would I'd rather not, to be honest.
You threw a bottle
Listen, I've
at
had
it.
my life experience. What is this
Kill.
thing right here? You are not the host. What is
Kill,
this?
come here.
Whoa. What was that just happened?
Look what happens
Did
when you
anyone
poke
see
the
that?
donkey in the butt.
What happened?
What was that? What
I'm
was
not
that?
the
Whoa.
host.
What was that?
You can stick it in the back of the donkey and see
Oh
what
my
happens.
God! What is that in the? What is that? What is that? What is this?
What is what?
Why am I but why am my
What is
retina
this?
why is my retina starting to get all
Do
Wait,
you
what
see
are you
that?
saying? No, we can't. Doc, are you? Are you?
Dude, I
What is
saw a
happening?
bunch
We
of
don't see
numbers
anything.
like he did too. What was that?
Okay.
Oh,
I didn't
that's
see
this
it, no.
sanity
A
thing.
gigantic
I'm hearing a bunch of
skull.
Oh, sanity.
Remember in the
I'm not
first
seeing it.
round, we kept going really insane and seeing things.
Is that what's happening? Are we going
Yes.
insane in the membrane?
Oh god.
I'm
Yeah, be
not,
careful. You
but-
don't want to get mule kicked. I can tell you the experience. It's not great. Look, the way you guys are like riding this thing, you're like your
Kill
head's
just
like
got
going a full
murdered by a
180.
kick.
Kill!
You always board it from the side. Oh man,
Oh,
how do we
no.
get down?
How do I get off of this to throw one of those thingies?
I don't know.
How do I deboard
Can we
this?
save- Can we save kill?
I can't get off my donkey. I am trapped on
I-
my donkey.
I'm also trapped on my donkey. I can't get off my donkey either.
Oh my god. It's
Can
trying
you
to tell
shut
us.
up? No! Jesus Christ! I'm sorry, I didn't mean to offend you, but this is kind of a dire
Press the
situation.
hammery button.
What the hell?
What
What was that
that?
sound?
Did he just explode?
What just happened?
Can we knock
Okay, I
it
can
off?
get off now.
Oh, there we go. Okay, throw one of the thingies.
I can get off now.
You're about
What is
to die.
happening right now?
You're sinking.
I'm sinking?
You were sinking.
All right, I'm gonna revive Kill with a Zort.
Okay, you got kill. I'm getting back on my mule
Yeah.
kick.
Okay. There
Kill,
he
you
is.
back?
Okay.
Don't get directly behind it, Kill.
I'm trying to pick my step up. Oh, that.
Oh no.
What just happened?
Oh no, he just wasted his Zordy.
All right. I don't know. Oh, there we go.
There you go.
Oh, dude.
There you go. Wait, do
Yeah,
I
you
not
good?
go down? Oh.
Do I have to throw a carrot to go?
I guess. Oh, there's mines.
yeah.
Oh, there's mines.
No, there isn't. Okay, you gotta throw a carrot to move your mule. And we gotta
This
avoid
one's-
the mine. Okay, there's a minefield here. Go this way.
Oh my God. Get out of here. Leave us
Avoid the
alone.
mines, avoid the mines.
Roger that. Man, kind of want to see what it does, though. You know what I mean?
I am also kind of curious. At this point, though, I've gotten my head blown off, and I got mule kicked to death. So
Oh no! Oh no! Oh no! Oh no!
I'm gonna die. I'm gonna die.
how do you just keep going this way, and I'm not going to blow up? Kill, are you behind me?
By some distance, but yes.
Okay. I wonder if you can mule kick another player while they're both on mules. I'd be curious to find out.
Oh, what the shit? I'm sinking in the grass.
We'll find
Kill,
out.
you close to me to see if I can mule kick you from my mule.
Flash!
What happened to Flash?
Thanks, Doc.
Donkey kicked the shit out of you.
I
Oh my
jumped.
god!
Hey,
I
Flash.
jumped and it absolutely just obliterated
Yeah,
me.
yeah. You kind of
Did
got kicked a little bit.
I started to
Did you
sink.
find
I
out
was
what
on the
happened to the
grass.
Oh, I'm almost
I
here.
was on the grass and I was sinking. It was garbage.
Woo! There we are. We have made it. Okay, can we pick up these Zorti?
Oh, there
Oh
you
no,
go.
I'm sinking! Ah! Oh, false alarm. We're back.
Exactly what happened to me.
Zordies right behind the donkey. Who's gonna go get those?
Well, that's kind of what I was trying to do, is pick those up, but I don't know if that's going to happen.
I
shit.
think you're the right man
Oh,
for the
God.
job, Jeeps.
Zaka, you have way too much faith in me. Okay, let me try. Oh no! Oh no! Oh no!
All right, I got him. I got him.
Free. Thank fuck.
And welcome
Dude.
back.
You know, if
Thank
anyone's
you.
going to be able to get those Zordies and that Rubik's Cube, it's probably you, Cheeps. So why don't you go over there and give it a shot?
Doc, I don't know if you just saw what happened, but I don't think it's me.
I think Kill just died.
What? Why is the mule screaming?
I don't
All
know.
right. I got this. All right?
It's sideways.
I got it.
That's why it killed him. There's one that's sideways.
Oh, oh, Doc, for fuck's sakes. Dude, he just got mule kicked down the hill.
Okay, wait, we got this. We got this.
We got one move back. Who's that? To be a killer dog.
That's me.
Wait, hold on, guys.
Free. Right. Let's move this
I got one.
sideways,
Gas
donkey.
can.
Get on it. No.
They're right. Does that say oh, hey, relax. Okay,
Okay, I got two of them.
where'd that gas can go? Do we need that? I assume no.
Okay, there's Doc.
Oh my god. We should. You know what we should have
Here we
done?
go.
Is there anything else behind the donkeys that we need to get?
No, I wouldn't get too close. Oh, there's
Oh my
one
gosh,
back.
there are Zordies.
See
There are
if there
two
is.
Zordies.
probably
There are
get
two
it.
Zordies.
Yeah, but be careful, you'll sink, Doc.
No.
Hold on, wait. I got an idea. I got an idea. Hold on.
Holy
Back
shit.
on them. Just.
Oh no. No, you
Oh, used
did.
it.
No, you did.
Run!
As if you just survived that. You just had three
All
mules
right.
trying to kick you and
There we go.
and the quicksand.
All right, I got another
Guess
one.
who's
I
got
do have an
more
extra.
Zordies and is not sharing.
I have an extra as well, so we're good.
All right, let's go.
Kill, here, have a
Onward.
Zordy. There you go.
Oh my! I didn't realize that would be the hardest part of the game.
Probably close to the end of this level, I would guess.
This
Nope,
is like some
just
Super
started.
Mario
Why-
stuff going on
okay,
right now.
there's a
What's going on?
Coliseum.
What's this?
It says thank you for
Yep,
playing the tutorial.
we-
Oh, you
thank
not entertain?
I love this 9-hour
Oh,
tutorial.
wait, hold on, wait.
What?
I didn't realize I had to hold it.
Look, it's you.
Hey, it's us.
Wait a minute, I gotta check and see if it's me.
It looks like you.
Do they want us to fight? Oh no, we're gonna fight something.
Oh,
We have to fight the king.
Ooh. Do we get to be king if we win?
Possibly.
Its power is in the crown, I believe, is what I read earlier.
The power's in the crown.
Power's
okay.
in the crown.
So we gotta wipe the crown off his face. His head. Or his face. It could be on his
No,
face.
I'm cool with wiping the crown off his face.
Why
we're
we're
wiping.
wiping it off?
Yeah.
I don't know why we're wiping.
Okay, everyone wipe harder.
Okay.
Wipe.
Wipe harder.
I have gas. Will that help? Oh, hi.
Hi. Look at you. You're so cute.
Stealth in this
my
guy.
God.
It
The
is about to
adorability
grow
of you is off
in
the charts.
3,
Hi.
2.
Hi. Are we
Holy
emailing on each other? Oh my
night.
God. Ah! Listen, if we play dead, we're fine. Nothing will happen.
He just swallowed him with his ass.
I'm playing dead. You can't hurt me.
Chiba, it's not gonna work. It's
Dude.
not a bear.
The jiggle physics are off the charts.
Why me? Why me? Why me?
How do we fight it though? What are we supposed to do? Oh, we got to attack its feet somehow.
What do I do? Walk up there and tackle him?
I only have swordies.
Yeah, you got to do something
Okay.
like this. Right? Ready? We got to attack its knees. It says attack its shins.
Attacking shit. What?
Well, you could do that, but also its shins.
It was what?
How do we attack its shins though?
I don't know.
What do we
I keep trying to pick up this bottle. It won't let me collect it. Okay.
do? Oh, who's dead?
There's bottles. I bet we throw them at him.
Oh, the bottles we throw. Yes. We throw the bottles at the shins.
I'm alive.
Hi, Doc.
Yeah,
Oh my
hit
God,
it once.
he's skipping. What the shit?
Hit the other leg. Yeah, get off. Woo!
Oh wait, do I
What if
climb
we
this?
jump on its stomach?
Whoa!
Nice.
Quarter health.
We need
Got
one
that
of
first.
Give me that bottle. Give me that bottle, bro.
Get the bottle. Get the bottle. Get the bottle. Get the bottle.
I'm trying. I got it.
Ka-chow. Oh, what the shit? Why am I woozy? Did somebody just hit me?
Thank you. You saved me. Woo!
Oh my God. Oh my God.
So powerful. Stop it. Stop it. Oh, for fuck's sakes. Jesus. Oh my God. We still got 2 Zorties. Can you bring us back?
Oh, what the shit? Kills in the back rooms.
Yeah, it's like random, eh? Like some of us get the back rooms to try and come
I don't
back.
think there's
That's
a good
not
people
me.
kill. Oh, thank you.
Woo! Okay, we're back. We're back.
I got one of his cankles.
Nice. I'm gonna get the other one.
Oh.
Yeah. Whoa! Why is she back up?
Oh, I hate when we're together. Oh, fuck. God damn it.
No, it's gonna kill me. It's gonna kill me. It's gonna kill me.
I'm dead again.
Dude, this is oh
We're
my
together.
God.
That's the problem.
You can't even run from those
I know.
attacks. It's
I
too
know.
powerful.
We need to separate. We're running together.
Yeah, I think that's what the problem is. He's going after all of us at once.
He's got gas.
Get him! Light him on fire!
Oh, that respawn's about to be interesting. Holy shit. There we go. Bring it back.
Okay. Okay.
Professional. Oh no, he's gonna.
I got him. I gotta hit him once.
It's me.
Got him again. How did you get him on the bench?
Wait.
You gotta get the ladder. They bring you the ladder here.
Oh.
Woo!
I want to try. Okay, never mind.
I I think we only do it once.
Bring it back.
Yeah, hit him. Oh no!
God, I keep trying to separate. Hi, welcome back, Doc.
Thank you.
Welcome.
He's too powerful.
Okay, get his ass.
Come on, I got one. Yes.
Ladder.
Okay, you go this time, Flash.
Yep, I'm on it. Skadoosh. Ka-chow. Yeah.
Yeah, no one likes your
Let's
attitude,
go.
sir.
Yeah, you idiot. Get rosed on.
Get rosed on. I thought they were about to play Soldier Boy. I was very confused.
Well, they got flat screens on the walls too for entertainment.
Yeah, it's really nice.
It's interesting. It's very cozy.
The crowd.
Are they gonna dance?
Hey, Mr. Fancy Pants.
Okay, so now you have the power.
Power.
You have the power.
What do I do with it?
I don't know. There's gotta be something you do, right?
It says now you are the king. That's right.
You are the king. We will bask in your essence.
Outside.
Commence basking.
Oh, hello, fellow
So how do we leave
citizens.
then? Hello.
They're all
Hi.
shocked.
Follow me to the donkeys.
So what do we do? We kill. Oh, there's a rocket here.
Oh.
How do I light it? How do I light it?
Whee! Oh, that saves time. Oh, here comes one. Coming in hot.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
Look at that. Oh my god. That's,
I need
I'm
to
surprised I
replenish
survived
my
that with
sanity.
those beefy springs.
Cannonball!
There it is.
Where's Mr. Doc?
Adventure.
How's Doc going
Doc?
to?
Can he light it and then get inside? Oh, here he comes.
Oh, here he is. Here he is. Oh my god. Well, look at us. We're the heroes of this town. What do we do now?
Okay, what do we do now?
Yeah, I definitely feel like I'm on drugs, which is great.
You might be. You might not be. Hello.
Hi. Oh, nice rat.
Oh, that's a beautiful rat. Yeah, hi. I love your rat. It's
Did you
sitting
say
pretty
that?
too.
Oh, rat. I thought you said rat.
Rat.
I'm like,
No,
okay,
no,
that's
no, rat.
inappropriate.
What a beautiful rat.
What-
My God.
I think that's the most polite way to say it.
Yeah, but I'm not sure I would say it to any of these creatures. They're far too adorable.
That's true.
Probably not. These are
But to
very
this
adorable.
guy right here, you wouldn't say it to him.
I'd say to this guy, hey,
Yeah,
nice
I would say
rat.
it to him. Hey, that's rat. Happy Saturday.
Hi.
Rats are.
Okay, free bottle. Don't mind if I do. Hello. Oh, this way. The gods.
Follow the king.
The gods.
I've been
to be
waiting
king.
here for 3 hours.
Oh.
No, you.
What's going on in there?
Oh, I'm sorry, Telerosa. We had
That's
shit to do.
exaggeration
Oh,
beyond
my
belief.
coming at me. Ah!
Why is that purple guy? What's
Wait,
that
what's
purple guy
happening?
doing?
Oh, did he fix our boat?
He fixed my wheel and added new
Oh.
features.
Oh, features?
Thanks,
Like
cool
what?
guy.
You?
What kind of
Let's keep
features?
going, guys.
Yeah, what
Oh,
features are
look
we
here.
talking about? What can we do?
Oh, looks like a little map.
Oh, so there's 3 islands we have to complete. So
Wait a minute.
Anna McCoy, Tavern, and
It appears
Pirate
this
Island.
map has locations on it.
It appears that way. Okay.
Sorry,
we
Should
also
I go
got a
hit the
cannon,
save- I'm gonna go
apparently.
hit the save thing. Hold on. Don't shoot me.
Dude, what? It separates for the boat?
Oh, I didn't mean to do that. Oh, God.
Nice.
How do I put it
so
back?
cool.
I'm trying to
That's
get out.
amazing.
Let me out.
That is actually incredible. This boat has Inspector Gadget. On the side pieces on it. Hi, Violet.
Damn it. I had to try. Oh my God, there's 2 of them as well. Hey, shoot the barrel. Oh, never mind. It's going through the sand.
Fire a warning shot across her nose.
I said across it, not up it.
That's an across her nose, not up it.
Oh, we got one on each side, too, eh? Look at that.
If I go this way.
That ghost shit must be for something, though.
What's for something? The
The
cannon?
ghost shit?
The ghost ship.
Oh, sorry.
Where's the ghost ship?
Thing-
Where?
Oh my god, Cheever.
That's like when you wipe and there's nothing on it.
New Telerosa
Telerosa
features. The map
features.
lets you choose your destination and set a course, guiding you steadily toward a
your
goal.
goals. Side boats.
Side boats
Side
are
boats are
equipped.
equipped with advanced long-range cannons,
Allowing
you
you
to
to
defend
defend.
yourself from threats.
Use them to
Use
provide.
them to provide extra firepower and keep
And keep enemies at a distance.
Keep enemies at a distance.
Keep enemies.
Keep enemies at a distance.
at a
The
distance.
map lets you choose. The map lets you choose your destination.
And keep enemies at a distance.
So what you're saying is,
Oh, what's that noise?
It's me selecting
The
a
raft-
Hey, island selected.
You're in.
the raft
Are
has
you clapping
cracks.
for me selecting
Oh,
an
we
island?
need to
Island.
repair.
Yeah,
Oh,
I'm just very
where the
proud
hell
of
do we
you.
find
I don't know,
planks?
sorry.
Thank you.
It just my
Where do we
my,
find wood?
proudness came out.
Gotta go watch Spaceballs now, right?
Oh,
We-
shoot trees! Shoot trees!
Shoot
Oh.
trees for wood.
Cannon.
Okay,
All right.
shoot them. Shoot
Come
them.
on. Shoot 'em!
Ka-chow.
Shoot the trees!
Hey!
Rapid flash. Use
I don't think it's working.
current.
Oh,
Well, let me try again.
Well, what about this? Is that another
Oh, yeah, that's a
That's a
plank.
plank.
Yeah. Oh, there's planks here. Wait.
barrels?
Is there?
No.
oh, maybe. Well, there are
too
barrels
close
out
to
in the
do that.
water.
Yeah, shoot the
Hold
barrels.
on.
Oh, there's actually a barrel floating in the sand. Can I pick that up?
Oh, you just grab the barrels and then you collect their wood.
Oh.
Okay, I'm swimming out. Okay, I got 3 planks.
Okay,
3 planks, I
the
guess.
rooster.
Oh, no.
Can I get this one? There we go. 3 planks.
You
As if
just
you can
run
swim
into it
around
like
that
that?
thing. That's so funny.
We should probably get some
do I get
extra
back?
planks
There you
too, right?
I've got
yeah, hold
3
on.
planks on me. I wish we had like a storage locker or something on the ship so we could store our planks.
Why am I?
Well, can't we just drop them on the ship?
Like
Can we
your
just drop it?
inventory.
I think it. Well.
There, I just
How
dropped
you
it
donate?
right
Say
in the
do
middle. Right there.
exclamation
Oh, you
point
just
donate,
dropped it
friend.
on the ship.
Oh, this is more
Just
gasoline.
dropped it. How did you drop it, Doc? What key did you press?
G.
Gee.
So where did you find wood?
The barrels.
The barrels had the wood
Here's
in it.
barrel- Yeah, the barrels. Oh, it drops, dude. I got gas.
Yeah, there was a bunch of gas.
Okay.
I think it's like random stuff that it drops, like planks, gas,
Okay,
ecstasy. Depends on what you get.
there we go.
More
I found a
gas here.
plank. There we go.
I have a problem. I'm stuck.
You'll be fine.
Oh no. Okay, let me drop
I'm stuck under the
some
boat.
gasolina.
You'll be fine, Doc.
Another.
Just breathe, man.
Oh, no, he's underwater. Hold your breath. Probably breathing in water.
Is he dead or is he alive?
I actually don't know, Doc. Are you alive?
Oh, he's right. Oh,
Okay.
There he is.
Oh my
Are you
God.
under the ship? Is that what was happening?
Yes, I was stuck under the boat for like 3 years. I'm okay,
okay.
in case anyone was concerned.
God,
Oh,
you're,
Doc,
you're
are you
exaggerating
okay?
like
Oh, no.
Telerosa.
Yeah, I'm okay.
all right.
Well, what do you say now? Should we
capacity is
should we trek
phenomenal.
on?
What do you say?
What's that? What do you say now, eh?
All right. I found a candy bar.
We got. Oh.
I have an extra plank for in case we spring a leak.
Oh. I got a wine bottle.
Let's go.
Yeah, there we go. Wine bottle.
Beggars can't be choosers.
Tab for info. You gotta take what you can
Hey,
get.
wooden plank. There we go. Very nice.
Yeah, we got a bunch of planks. Now the planks are disappearing. I'm noticing. We only have 3 now.
I picked
I have
one
one.
up.
Oh, okay. I was gonna say because I dropped 3 here, and now
Yeah,
we
We
only
only
have
have
Just
2,
in
3, 4, 5
When
now.
we leave, they disappear.
Oh, do we have 5? Oh, do they disappear, Joe?
No, I'm saying if we set off and they disappear, we don't want them all
That's
on
what I'm
here
worried about. I'm gonna
disappearing,
pick
so
one up,
holding
too.
on to one.
Okay.
Collect the gas can. I just want to collect the gas can. There we go.
So, are we going to
Oh, where are we
abandon
going?
barracks next?
We have a destination on our map. We are going to the place that is circled that has 2 swords on it that it looks like we're fighting something.
That's so descriptive.
Yeah.
I wonder what
What's
happens
happening
there.
with our chain boats?
We're going to
here?
the
They all-
place
I'm
that
not
with
really
the
sure.
swords on
It's
it.
it's got a mind of its own right now, eh?
I assume
All right,
I
I
just
gotta
need
pee.
to
I'm
keep
gonna
the,
I'm
keep
gonna
the
stand here
red.
and hope for the best.
Yeah.
Actually, I'm gonna lay right here.
There
There we go. I'll be back.
All right, you take a nap.
Just go take a little nap. I'll be back.
What?
What? Did we stop?
We definitely stopped. What the hell?
My
Run from the
God.
thing!
Doc!
How do I get out of it? How do I get out of this thing?
Escape! Escape!
Chiba, wake up. Chiba, wake up.
No!
Chiba.
Oh, God.
Chiba went away as they got eaten by Loch Ness Monster.
What happened?
The Loch Ness
Why is
Monster
Chiba
came
dead?
out and, oh, I don't know. He's just taking a nap.
Or he died.
Or he's
How do
dead.
we call back our boat? Oh, here we go.
Oh, I didn't realize you could do that. That's nice. Look at that.
Yeah. Jeeb's dead, which is not really
Fine.
that nice.
Wait, hold on. I got this.
Oh,
I got it covered. Hold on.
Oh.
There we go.
Oh my god.
LJ, thank you for the
Avast,
dono to
matey!
St. Jude.
Friendship.
Iris, thank you for the dono to St. Jude.
Behold,
The king is here.
the king of rampant crotchal humiliation. Okay. So what do we do here?
Working on the railroad. All right. I don't know,
wait,
but
do
the
we not
sun.
have-
Thank you.
The sun's
we
beautiful.
not have
though.
I was gonna
gas
say,
in
if
the
you could
boat?
stop humping my face, that'd be great.
Oh, wait. You want this direction? You got it. I
Okay.
was working on the railroad.
Pretty sure this up COVID spread the second time.
Yep.
I'm getting up. Oh my god.
It's
So what
getting dark
happened?
and
What did I
foggy.
miss? Loch Ness came out?
We saw poor innocent people
This
get
island doesn't
murdered.
seem important, but let's check it
Oh.
out anyway.
Well, that's not good.
Yeah, they were eaten by the Loch Ness monster.
Weird
says we
version of
reached our
CPR. I mean, it works.
Wake
now
up,
what?
James, please.
Wake up.
Oh no, it said to check out this island, right?
What is
You
this?
breathe
There's like
better
a
with
carnival
dish down
looking
your
thing
throat.
there.
Oh.
Island selected, abandoned barracks. Oh, there's a barrel there.
Going in.
Are we supposed to go? We're going there?
All right, I'm here.
I guess so, yeah.
All right.
What exactly?
Too close to do that. What does that mean? I don't understand.
I don't know, it just-
LJ.
it doesn't let us
thank you for the
interact with
subs,
these.
homie.
Oh, there's a Zordy over here.
Yeah, I'm
I only
full
get
up on
in the boat?
stuff. I'm all full up. Oh.
How, like...
Okay, this thing says
Oh my god.
nothing.
Oh my god. Doc, come
Creature
It's
log
got
here.
a face.
Doc, come here.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Supposed to do that, yeah, it doesn't let you.
Oh.
Oh, what is
this?
this?
A submarine?
Zort Gate.
Dude, look what it says. No, look what it says. Look what it says. Zort Gate.
Gate.
Oh, wow.
You know, we should take this deep sea diving. I think we'll be all right.
I would prefer to not do that. I don't know.
What
Is
do you
this
mean?
like too soon? Is this a too soon
This might be a
thing?
too
It's
soon.
kinda
They're gonna bring
like-
up. They're gonna bring up Abraham Lincoln
a little
next. You
too
just
soon.
wait.
Zort Gate. Dude, that's clever.
Share some love. Thank you so much, LJ.
All right.
All right, I guess we're going in.
Yeah, we're going.
Okay, we're coming.
I got a candy bar. Does that work?
Door, I guess. Apparently, we didn't have to
Kill.
wait for it. Oh, Kill?
Yes.
Throw the boomerang at all the
The sub
targets
looks like it could fit a
and
couple
solve the
billionaires.
puzzle. Hi.
Hi, dude.
Oh, it's like a
Bring
shit.
all
we
the
can throw
targets and solve the puzzles. Okay.
Oh, it costs us Z coins. What in the what?
Hey!
Thank you for the biddies.
Hey! Let's go
Alright, pick up
solve a
who?
puzzle.
15 Z coins. Okay,
How do
got
I
one
like this?
boomerang.
How do I well,
Try
I
to pick
can't,
it up.
I don't think I can carry
Did you
shit.
buy it?
What if I drop my
What's that
ID?
say? What does that mean? Eyes don't lie.
You know,
Yeah, it won't let me pick it up.
eyes don't lie. No.
Can any of us pick it up?
No.
Dude.
Doc, can you pick this up?
Who bought it?
Oh, what the
What
shit?
are we trying to...
Oh my god, I'm freaking out. I need sanity.
Oh, hold on.
Oh,
wait,
you're going
wait,
insane.
wait. I cannot pick up this boomerang.
None of us can.
I also can't pick it up. Did any of us get a boomerang?
Well, this door's open in here
this food
for
replace my
reasons.
sanity?
You
I'm
sure
already
you bought
healthy.
it?
Shit.
I bought it. I paid 15 Z coins, it said. Unless it was someone else. Oh my...
Okay,
I
it's
can't-
saying
I
I can
can't interact
buy
with this
I
at
can
all.
buy the candy bar. That's it.
That's what it says for me.
Can you die from insanity?
wait.
Maybe.
7 Z coins for a candy bar.
That's all I could see. They won't let me touch anything else.
Yeah.
What if we go
I can't
back?
touch anything.
What if we get away from him?
We try like.
Okay. Oh, he just went away.
Oh,
Okay.
good call.
Hello. What is your quest? I think I
Did you
picked
get
it up.
Okay.
Yeah, I do. I got it.
Yep, I got
boomerang.
it. I got it now. It was just glitched. Okay.
Okay, but now I need sanitize.
15.
Is it chocolate bars for that? Like food?
No, that's
Or
health.
sanity
Oh.
min- Oh,
I
Rubik's
didn't have any
Cube.
Z coins. I think that's why you got mad at me. All right.
Yeah,
Okay.
you need the Rubik's.
Here. Wait, do we back up in here again?
Oh no, do we have to solve more puzzles?
Should we back up again and see?
Oh, we can
solve
try.
more puzzles. Nope. He's like, F off. We're done with you.
Yeah. Oh,
Which way did we come in?
yeah, this thing's bugged
We
out.
came in from over here. He's
Homie,
back.
Give me this. Oh, he said no. I don't think I have enough Z coins.
Who's
Four.
got
I only have 4.
Who's trying to buy?
How did you
the-
check your Z
The
coins?
Rubik's Cube.
No, I can't buy it either.
All right.
Yeah. We are too poor.
Okay. What do we
Okay,
need to do?
so we gotta hit the target, right, with the boomerang.
And my
These
boomerang's gone.
cockroaches aren't the kind you find under your fridge. They're truly disgusting
All
if
right.
you're willing to face these creatures for a bit of treasure. Good luck. You're either
Yours
very
came
brave or
back.
very
Mine
stupid.
literally fell down, Cheeps.
Did it?
I swear to God.
Wait, did you?
But I should
You
warn you,
lost
they're not
yours?
exactly the
Yeah, it's gone. It's okay.
fond of guests in their dungeons.
Oh my god.
Okay.
All right.
I think you can throw anything though. It doesn't have
Oh
to be the
no.
boomerang.
Oh no. Is this like the Squid Games?
This is absolutely like Squid Games. Wait, what if we just walk
Just
down
run
the
down the
center?
middle. Just run down the middle. Yeah, do it.
Here, Doc, you do it first. See what happens.
No, wait, no, I think you should do it. I think you should run down the middle.
You think I should go first?
Wait, no, you have a boomerang, right?
I have a boomerang.
Drop
yeah.
your boomerang first, and then run down the middle.
Well, who doesn't have a boomerang?
I don't have a boomerang.
I don't. I have 2
Well,
of
we
We all
these.
have boomerangs.
Doc, you don't have a boomerang.
I don't have a boomerang.
Oh, then you should go
You
first.
do.
All right, hold on.
You
Let
do.
me do this. Let me do this. And just for the heck of it, also let me do this.
Okay.
Okay, hey, it's been great.
It's been
You
real,
got this.
Doc. You got this. What just happened, dude? He just literally just
That
fell
was
immediately.
instantaneous.
You know what happened? He jumped on there's the in-between glass. That's what happened. All right. All right.
Oh, dude, we are so done for.
I'm using one.
Okay.
Whoa!
Welcome back.
And he's back.
Thanks.
All right.
Okay, but wait, hold on a second. I'm gonna test something else, okay? I'm just
Okay.
gonna walk
I'm dropping my
onto
stuff
this
here, too.
glass here and see if this actually is glass.
Do you see where it's not? I can see yeah, that's glass.
It said eyes
You gotta
don't
jump.
lie.
You're gonna fall again.
Okay,
Yeah. Doc. You can see what's glass. It's just a matter of not falling, I guess.
But what's
Okay,
the difference
here,
between this pane of glass and that pane?
Here, let me throw my stuff here. So there's my boomerang.
No, that's literally where he just died.
Okay, I dropped my stuff.
I'm bringing them both back.
Okay.
All right, so it's left on the first one, I guess right on the second one.
So it's not quite so easy to judge those jumps, so be careful.
oh, but don't worry, Cheeves was telling us all about how to do it properly, so Cheeves has got it.
I mean, he
God,
is
if he
doing it.
actually
Look,
gets this.
He's got this.
Dude.
He's got this. Watch.
Well, yeah, you just gotta jump the glass.
Jeeba, fuck you.
You just can't miss it, right?
You just can't miss the glass. Yeah, you gotta hit the glass. There, I made it. The problem is, I gotta get my boomerang though, so you guys gotta bring
Just
everything.
come back and get it.
Dude. Wait, hold up.
Okay, holding.
Oh, never mind. There was
All
a
right,
switch
it was good
over here,
talking
but
to you.
apparently didn't do anything. There's a switch over here, it didn't do anything.
Okay, so we are supposed to just... So we are jumping over the middle thing?
No, just jump to each place. Ah!
What just happened?
Yeah, it's that easy. He fell.
Was that Chiba?
Yeah.
It's that easy.
Whoop.
I feel like I should wait to bring him back to, if I have to jump back across. Oh, Doc just fell again. Oh man. Do I bring them back here? I have one as well. We could bring them both back.
Will it bring them here? Or...
Yes, I think it'll bring them here.
There we go. Nice.
It's just that easy.
Hell yeah.
It's just that easy.
Just that. Now, what about my boomerang? When did you grab it?
easy.
Wait. I got some Z coins. Do we want to buy anything?
Never grab
well,
another
what
man's
do we-
boomerang without permission.
When did you grab my boomerang
So
that's
this
over there?
lever didn't let you do anything?
What about my boomie?
What, one of these, though, Chiba.
We got boomerangs.
Holy shit.
You
now
got
we're talking.
boomerangs. Oh, nice, okay.
Hey, I put this lever up. What does that do?
I don't know. I was pulling it too, and I didn't see anything happen.
Oh, does it do this? Does it make this fan go? Is it a
Wait.
fan thing?
Hold on, can you pull the lever?
I don't know.
Oh, it's turning this fan.
Oh, okay.
Oh, wait, watch this. All right,
Throw the
I'm gonna
boomerang
throw
into the
my
fan.
boomerang into it, and
Yes.
it's gonna hit all the stuff.
Yes, I think that's what it's gonna do.
Pow, pow,
Yes,
pow.
you got it.
Yeah!
Oh, wait, is there
Nicely
another one
done.
up high, though, or something?
No, it just opened. It just opened.
It opened the door. Yeah.
Hey, look
Nicely
at the big
done,
brain on
sir.
Brad.
Look at the brain on brand. Sporty Tiger, what up,
Why?
homie?
Wait, what?
Little Zort. Little Zordy.
Oh.
It's already
Check
on. Why
that.
can't I open this?
Wait a minute. There's a special Zordy over here. Who wants special Zordy?
Whoa!
Oh my God!
I did tell him to be careful. He didn't listen. He never listened.
Flash's head is right here if anyone's interested.
I got him.
All right.
Hail to
Whoa,
the king,
I'm going
baby.
insane.
Hail to
Yeah,
the
I'm
king.
going insane.
What the fuck?
So, if I could... You see how it says eyes don't lie on it? And then this one has an actual eye.
I'm scared to open this.
No, you're gonna be fine.
You're opening it.
Oh, I got a sword.
Nice.
The cutlass.
Yoink.
Damn.
No, we want to cut more.
I think you can all get one. But I already have one. Oh, uh-oh.
My God.
Sorry.
Did you just cut me?
Do you betray
would you
the
do
king?
Listen, that was an involuntary sword swipe. That was.
Okay.
So what you're saying
Did it
is,
hurt
By
you
the
or
way,
no?
who
If I do
wants
this-
this?
Yep.
This is. Can
Yeah,
anyone?
it indeed
pick up
does
the
hurt you.
special
Here,
Zordy?
here.
Does anyone want the special
Here.
one?
candy bar.
Fine, I'll take it.
You can take that. Yeah. It gives it to us all.
Okay.
Awkward moment when you bring a boomerang to a sword fight.
Yeah, have yourself a nice little chocolate bar.
I'm already healthy. Okay.
Was this a bad one as well?
Well, we don't know. I don't think.
It says
You
eyes
see-
don't lie on that one, so that
I think
would
the
be
king
bad.
should show
On the
us. I
right
think it's
side of
okay.
it, Yeah.
Yeah,
Oh my
the one
God! I
looking
just saw
around.
the slender thing. God damn it!
Oh,
I know. I'm
Flash is
going insane a
dying.
little bit too. What is that?
Oh!
What?
What are these things?
Cockroaches!
What?
I'm hurting for a squirting.
Oh no!
I'm hurting.
I'm gonna die too. I'm gonna die. Dude, this reminds me of the movie Ants. The grasshoppers from Ants.
Here we go. I got
There we
one.
go.
Brought somebody back.
Thank you.
Welcome.
Yeah, we're good.
Give me this. Snack time. I like it. Give me the cutlass. Let's go.
There's a crown here.
We
and-
need. Oh yeah, we need to bring Doc back. Haha! Now I'm the king again.
Oh, a Bug's
Oh,
Life.
cool.
Yeah, it was Bug's Life I was thinking of, not Ants.
Hey,
Oh,
you-
it's nice.
Wait, no, it was Ants. No, it is Ants I was
Hey,
thinking
are you gonna bring him back?
of. Oh, yeah. Sorry.
Always preferred ants.
Yeah,
over
that
Bug's
whole
Life.
thing.
Me too. I watched ants way more than I watched Bug's Life.
Hey!
Hey, I want to talk about the king. Oh God.
Okay.
All right.
Just
I guess
remember,
yeah.
heavy is the head that wears the crown. Sir
All right.
Flash Force.
And
now what?
dead is the Zort that misses the glass.
I feel like this fan is important. Should I jump into it?
Maybe it's just so you can save your boomerang.
Oh, you're probably right.
Yeah.
Oh, I cheat. Oh, it's right here.
All right. Do we just go back now?
Wait,
I'm not sure.
Why is there a head here?
Is there
There's a
like
random
there's
head.
a door here?
There's just a random head in the ground right here. Whose head is that?
Oh, that was probably mine.
Oh, that was
Because I got eaten by that guy.
Oh,
Yeah.
right.
Is it?
I
And we
gotta
think
jump
that
it.
this one's the same, right?
Okay.
You'll give your
So
opinion
does
on this
someone
tomorrow?
who
so.
can
Get a
jump
thesis
well want
together
to
and
jump
let us
back
know.
across, and then I'll wait here.
Well, listen,
hold
just
on.
don't
Wait,
jump
wait,
on the
wait.
left side. We're fine, right?
Someone take this. Someone who is competent take this.
I already have one.
Okay, if you could take that one as well, because I am going to die at the bottom of this pit.
Oh crap! Oh
Oh
God!
no, he's fighting grasshoppers.
I'm fighting cockroaches. Who do you think you are? Huh? Who do you think you are? Huh? You think you're somebody? Nobody.
I'm coming.
Nobody. Oh, these ones got swords.
I'm here.
Yeah, kick his ass, Jeeves.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeehaw. Ew.
Who are we killing? Chiba?
Where's Doc?
Yeah. I don't know if Doc's jumped over here yet.
Doc fell. Doc fell.
Doc fell. Okay.
I don't have
Well,
one
here,
of the
I'll
things-
use
oh,
one
you
of
got
these
one,
bad
okay.
boys. Is there a way to turn the music down but not the effect?
No, I was wondering the same thing. The music is very
Jumping
loud.
is really hard.
Yeah, the music is really loud. Yeah.
All right.
Okay, keep going. Onward and upward, or downward, or straightward.
What up, dog?
Can't platform.
Yeah, eyes don't lie. Okay, I guess we're good here.
Cockroaches, not grasshoppers? Oh, I thought they were grasshoppers. Well, that
More
makes
money.
sense. They're cockroaches.
All right. Oh, I've got 118 corns now.
Oh my god!
It's a shared
Wait, you
pot,
said
by the way.
grasshoppers, right? That was bug. No, that's ants is the grasshoppers. With Sylvester Stallone playing one of the ants.
All right, let's get out of here. The boat has a horn.
Let's go.
The boat has a horn.
Honk, honk.
Still too close. All right.
Island
We still
completed.
can't. Yeah, we still. I don't even know what this is supposed to be for. We can't use it.
It's followed us from the other island.
Congratulations, guys.
Thank you.
Let's keep moving.
Okay.
Oh my god.
Next island selected. The abandoned inventor.
Oh,
What is that?
it's the abandoned inventor.
Abandoned inventor.
It's this inventor.
He was abandoned.
And he got abandoned.
Oh my god.
All right, I got another plank.
So we find him.
Do 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 do.
Took a plank on that whole adventure. Ride of its life.
Get us out of here, Jesus.
Villainous termites. Is it? Oh, is it a Bug's Life that has Hopper? Hopper the grasshopper then?
I think. Wait, I think so. I don't remember that in ants.
I am confusing ants and Bug's Life. Yeah, okay.
Yeah, I don't remember that.
I remember him like dropping a
Anonymous,
bunch
thank
of
you
like
for the
nuts
$50
on an
dono to
ant or
St.
something and killing
Jude.
it.
Thank you so much.
Dropping a bunch of nuts.
Bugs
on
like
a-
that hopper.
Cement.
Excuse me?
Yeah, or whatever it was. Yeah, I don't know. I'm getting the
What
movies
the hell did
confused.
this say?
However you get your kicks is your business, Chiba.
We usually don't shame. Oh my god, we went through all. Look,
don't
there's a
shame me.
freaking. There's a. Right here, we can get more cutlasses. Look at this.
Oh,
We got
so
a
just
damn
have
basket
infinite
of them now.
cutlasses. Let's go.
All right.
Infinite
Well,
cutlass.
If we lose them, we know where to get them.
Ain't that just a basket of cutlasses?
Ain't that just a basket of cutlass?
Wait, where are we going?
I don't know. I'm going towards the red.
Abandoned.
If this is as intuitive as I think it is.
This is so very peaceful out here.
It's very quaint, eh? Very quaint. Yeah, it's nice.
Lieutenant Dan finally made his peace.
It's really quiet when all three of you are talking to chat.
You call this a storm?
Yeah.
You will never
We're going
see
straight.
this boat.
I guess we're going to that. What the hell is that over there?
That's another structure of
Do we see us
water
on said
aboveness?
map? How do I?
Ooh, what's over there? There's like a water castle. It's like Water
Oh.
World over there.
Okay, so we're going to
Yeah.
see abandoned inventory.
Just got a
It's a
delay.
tavern.
A tavern?
Yeah. Or so it says.
Where will we going next then? I guess once we've
Okay.
been to this
After do
island.
the abandoned inventor. Is this game like Raft?
The abandoned
No.
inventor. Look out.
This island doesn't seem important, but let's check it out anyway.
Yeah, and we're going to.
Well, who are you to say that this island is
Karen.
important, Telerosa? This could be a very important island.
Yeah.
Maybe you're
I
not
already
important,
see a hammock.
Rosa.
I already see a hammock.
Swords at the ready.
Good start. Charge!
Hi, Starfish.
Hot dog flavored water.
Yeah, there's a
This looks
hammock with
really
some
familiar.
Zorties.
Hey.
Were we not just right
Yeah, we
here?
got some Zorties. I still
Oh,
want to know what
there's
this
a
boat
little
does. I'm super
sandcastle.
confused. Ah.
Stop trying to break it.
Oh, that's what the boat does. It put me back on the boat.
Ah,
Did the same
yeah,
to you, yeah.
yeah.
Oh, our boat is leaking.
Oh, that's
Our
what it
boat is leaking.
means. When it says you're too close, it means you're literally too close to our
Yes!
own boat.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, it just teleported me too.
Oh,
It's all making sense now. It's all coming together.
it's all coming.
Wow, it's getting toward night. Perhaps we should seek shelter inside this cave with the
Oh,
skull
yeah.
on the door.
Looks good
This
to
looks-
me. Seems as
This
safe
guy's
as
here again.
possible. Hello, we are
Oh, the
back.
coins.
Hi.
Why can't we?
Can I
Pick these
can I use
coins
this up? No, I can't. Okay. Well, you know what?
Look, my
Okay.
boomerang does not come
What
back
the
to me.
fuck? Your boomerang just hit me in the head.
My boomerang does this.
Coins.
Oh, yours might be glitched maybe. I didn't get the software update.
All right, well, I'm gonna be losing my boomerang at all times, so just be
What's this
careful.
thing?
Cut
Is
chat.
this like a subway station? What is this? It's a subway station.
Oh, let's go. Are we in New York City?
Oh, let's go. Oh shit!
What's this? What's this? What? Oh!
Enemies! Ow! Thank you, James.
No. I'm trying to help.
Cheese.
Thank you, James.
Cheese.
You're welcome.
That's twice. Thank you.
At least it's me stabbing you and not the cockroaches.
I'd kind of rather the cockroach.
Oh. Oh no, I'm going insane. I'm going insane.
That's what happens when you stab your friends.
Wait, other players, other
think so,
players,
yeah.
other players,
I deserve it.
other
Amadeus.
players,
We're going.
Amadeus.
Ugh.
other players.
Other players. Other players.
Trust your eyes. Trust your eyes.
Other players. Other players.
Oh my
Other
god.
players.
It's a boomerang, yeah. All right, game on.
Okay, who wants to be the test subject?
There's an
says the
eye
eye.
Oh,
here.
with the grappling hook.
Yeah.
If he gets eaten, I'm
Yeah,
gonna
I'm
laugh
watching.
so hard. Oh,
Nice, dude.
a grappling hook.
Oh,
I bet we can
that
use
is
it for
some fancy
grappling.
stuff. I
What
think so,
gave you
too.
that great
Yeah, okay,
idea?
Grappling
The
hook. A
instruction
grappling
that
hook is a
popped up.
handy tool that allows you to pull items from a distance and bring them straight
Oh,
to
we
you.
can do that when we're on our boat. When we're on our boat.
Let's go. On a board.
Oh,
Put
did
the
you just
door.
pull
Look
that
at
off?
Pull the door with the grappling
Yeah,
hook.
I pulled the door off, bro.
Oh, let's go.
bro. Oh shit.
Get pulled on, bro.
Hey!
I need a grappling
Oppa!
hook. I'll be back.
Yeah, you gotta grapple the thing with the thing.
I kind of want to drop the crown.
Whoa.
But the crown feels very important. You know what?
Like
Fuck the
Coco.
health. We'll be fine. All right. Coming in hot.
There is a plinth over here. Would someone like to fondle the plinth?
Get Flint
Listen, I've been
on.
known to fondle a Flint.
All my inventory's full.
Oh,
There's a key though.
There's
Hold
a
on.
key.
what does that mean? Yeah.
I don't know.
Well, I mean, it unlocks things, I'm assuming.
Is that what a key does?
I just unlocked that with the key.
It's all coming together.
It's all coming.
Get grapple. Oh, I can't grapple it. I can grapple this though. Gonna grapple the door.
Yeah, grapple.
Grapple. You guys coming?
Hey!
Hey!
Hey.
Woo!
Nice.
So is that all we had to do? Was just get the grapple hooks?
I don't even know where else we go. Yeah, I'm kind of lost now.
I guess that's it. I guess the whole point was
There's
just
a
to get the
door.
grappling hook.
Yeah, all right.
I mean, honestly, it was worth it just for the. I'm happy.
Okay, we get it. Hush.
Wait,
Be
hook?
faster? You can hook your hook onto the hook at the tops of poles. Oh, what?
So much faster.
Dude,
You guys
I
can
hook
grapple
trees?
the
I
top
can.
of the boat.
Hey! Oh, that's cool. Whoa.
Nice. Good landing, sir. Good landing.
Nice.
Just grabbing everything I can
Yes.
out of the water. Look at this. Oh my
Oh, you can
god.
grapple the barrels.
Yes.
Oh, that's so cool. We can grapple stuff to the
Okay,
boat.
that's obnoxious. I should not be able to grapple that far. Oh my god. This is stupid. Look at this. Ugh.
Actually, I need to use this this Rubik's. We have so much stuff on this boat. This is like turning into raft at this point.
I like it. So many candy
Well, I
bars.
mean, this is how it should be, right?
This is
is
how we
great.
do. All right, so we're going to the tavern now.
I think so, yeah.
That's how we do it.
It's Friday night.
And I feel alright.
Party's here on the
Party's
west
here
side.
on the west side.
I reached for my shorty.
You reach for your what? I'm sorry. What?
My shorty.
Oh, your shorty. Oh, okay.
Shorty. Now what the hell's a shorty?
Gas? I like how when your inventory's full, you can still pull it to the boat.
That is
On the
nice.
boat.
That's why we have so much crap
Yeah.
on the boat right now.
Yeah, look at it. Look at it.
All of this stuff is useful.
It is
We've
useful. I
got,
would
we've
agree.
got like 30 gas tanks. With our Zorty.
Oh my god, it's endless. It just doesn't stop.
Gas tank.
Don't mind us. We'll
This game
take
is
it.
like just.
We'll take it.
Okay, not being able to grapple each other, lost opportunity.
I know. I wish there was a.
Oh shit!
Grappling them.
Grapple.
Can I grapple from here? Can I grapple? Let me grapple. I could use the boat.
Okay.
Oh, that's right. I forgot about the boat.
Oh, there's something there to grapple. Ooh, a bottle.
The whole point of the boat. It is like Sea of Thieves.
What's that? What's that? What's that?
Grapple
Planks?
Hey.
slice wood into my face.
Grapple something there.
So that sea monster's probably going to show up again soon, I would guess.
No, it's fine.
So what happens when the sea monster shows up?
They should not have given us these.
Grapple it.
The grapples
Look
are-
at this boat.
Because when there's something going on, you must
Grapple?
You must grapple it.
grapple it.
No. You
Unless you grapple it.
unless you grapple it.
Grab it. Out of shit.
Grapple it real good.
All right, that's it.
Planks. This is the game that keeps on gaming. I mean, every episode is a brand new game at this point. More gas?
It's like an episode of Hoarders.
I'd like this episode a lot more if it weren't for all
Pretty
the
much
jumping.
is. Yeah. Yeah, the jumping was a lot. Now we got grapplers and cutlasses and 14,000
Ring-dings.
canisters of gasoline.
Just a couple.
Rings.
And Kill has his
couple.
ID.
Kill has all of our IDs. He's impersonating everyone. Committing
See you
tax
later.
fraud. Bye!
We should turn the boat around.
Hey,
But you're accusing
hey,
me of
got the
tax
other way.
fraud.
I can hear
Throw your
you.
taxes out.
Oh my gosh, it's oh so much Zorty going on here.
Oh, dude, there's there's
Corns.
Corns. Are we going here?
I guess so. Here we go. Oh my god. Oh my god. Look at the dude. Look at the dude by the band.
Hello, sir. I admire your mustache.
Hello.
I'm just Chiba, blend in. Blend in. Chiba, blend in. There you go.
Oh my god. Sorry, I got a little excited. My bad.
Recognize the tune?
Okay, I've got Oh, okay, all right, that's a problem. I just got drunk from the bar.
Hey!
Oh my God.
You've seen better days, haven't you?
Mr. Gobbet's delicious
drink
wares. I'm gonna take some.
Drink it, you're gonna love it.
All right, I'm taking. Oh god. Oh, hey guys, can I join the band?
Is this
Oh my god.
do you join? Do you sit? You can play Russian roulette. Is that what's happening?
Why do you get the gun? Listen.
Oh, oh no!
This has to happen. All
I'm
right,
in
here
trouble.
we go.
Oh, don't you do it! Don't you do it! Oh my god!
Oh,
All right, Chiefs.
Oh my!
Let's go.
Oh my god! All right, it's me
Let's
and you,
go,
Doc.
Chiefs.
It's me and you.
Holy shit!
All right.
Okay, ready?
Wow! Oh!
No! Duck. What's the duck button?
Wait!
Whoa!
Wait!
Whoa!
Wait!
Whoa!
Wait!
Whoa! What are you doing? No,
Chiba, what are you doing?
Chiefs, don't!
Chiba, no!
I don't do it!
Oh
No,
my
never
god!
mind. Do it. Do it. Never mind.
Make up your mind!
Yes, there you go. Do it, James.
Okay,
No, James. No.
Doc, I'm sorry.
Besides,
Please. If you're gonna remember me, do not remember me in this moment.
Oh!
Okay, never mind. False alarm. False alarm.
I'm sorry. What was that you were saying? What was that you were saying?
Listen, why don't you can turn it towards you? You know that you can turn it towards yourself. Okay.
Oh my god!
No.
Do it! You won't do it. You don't have the guts.
I don't. You're right. I was really hoping that was gonna go off.
Hey, you guys
I
want to
was
see if
really
Chiba
hoping.
has the guts? I'll show you if he has the guts.
oh yeah, there they are.
Oh, there it is. There it is over there.
Yeah.
There it is over there. Oh my god. Holy shit. Oh, there's some of his guts over here too.
I think my guts are everywhere, to be quite honest with you.
Hey,
You can be the king.
FlashForce.
You deserve that.
How about it? I was gonna
deserve
say, how
that.
about it for the crown?
For the
The
crown.
champion takes on the
You got it.
champion
For the
now.
crown.
For the crown.
Hang on. Didn't
All
I
right,
win
ready?
the crown?
Wait, you won, Kill.
Oh.
Yeah, you won that one.
Here we go.
Oh, okay. Wait, hold on.
No. Oh, let me move out the way first.
Oh my
My
god.
clothes dirty.
Yeah, good.
I see that strategy. That's actual
You burn.
strategy.
You burn
Okay.
a shot so you can take the shot. Yeah.
You
know
burn a
what?
strut?
I'm feeling lucky, FlashForce. How about this? Wait, hold on. Yeah. Wait, no. How about this, FlashForce?
Oh my god. No, you won't do it.
Guess
Imagine. Imagine.
Oh my god.
I'll be taking that crown back, sir. Thank you.
And there it is.
All right. Now, Kill hasn't lost yet, though.
Kill hasn't lost. No.
Oh, wait. We
I
need
have
to
my
bring Doc
winning
back.
streak from Hand Simulator.
Yeah, I've got to bring Doc back.
I got him on it. I'm on it.
I've got one on me.
All right. Yeah, I should probably get one on me, too. Well. All right, Kill. Me and you. For the crown.
You want to run that one again?
For the crown.
Okay.
Winner gets to keep it.
won
Okay.
it last time and I didn't get to keep it.
You dare me? Do you dare me?
Absolutely.
Oh,
Well played. Well played.
not today.
Oh my god. That is amazing. That
Got
is
him.
amazing.
Got him. You know what? Victory.
Gil,
Victory
you
lap.
lost your head.
That's a victory
I
lap.
hate to say it, there's a distinct possibility I could play this for like another half hour at least, just sitting
Oh,
here at
absolutely.
the table.
This
Yeah.
one minigame.
Okay. All right. That was good stuff. That is amazing. That is so good. Look at
What are
these.
these guys doing?
Oh. Is this like Russian roulette all the way around?
But all of them have guns at the same time.
Yeah, what happens then?
These guys are playing hand
I know. The
simulator.
one's got a cigar.
I don't think you should
So
be smoking.
he's going the slow way out, I guess.
Yeah, I guess
Yeah.
so.
Yeah.
Lung cancer in about 40
All
years.
right. I guess was that it?
Hi.
Oh God, sir, are you okay?
Yeah, he's not feeling so good.
Are you good? Do you need a hand? Oh, I can't hit you in here. Oh my god.
So I don't understand. Is that all we had to do here? Or?
I guess so.
I think it was just kind of like a thing. I don't know.
I think
just
you're
played
right. I think it was a
Russian
thing.
Yeah.
He's ready for another round.
Let me get out of the way. Good grief.
Wait, who is this?
That's not me.
Wait, who am I against right now?
Who is that?
Who is this? This is me and someone
Jeeves.
else.
Cheebs, you have to win.
Oh no. Oh no. Oh no.
Cheebs, no, Cheebs. Cheebs, don't lose to an NPC, Cheebs. Don't lose to an.
Oh! Oh!
Which one's Jeeves?
He's feeling squirrely. He's feeling
I'm
squirrely.
the one without the gun right now.
Oh!
Oh!
Okay,
Oh,
now I'm the one with the
How are
gun.
you, friend?
No, no.
I like it.
You ready?
Yes. Yeah, good move.
This is your
Good
last
move.
day.
Oh my God! You disappeared.
Oh!
Yeah, you
Well
showed that
played.
NPC. Piece of trash.
All right, we took on the NPC and we won.
I guess that's it.
that one. Yeah, I think
I
that's
guess that was
yeah.
it.
Oh, the rooms.
All right. Well, that was fun.
What? Is that our boat's horn?
It is our boat's horn. That is correct.
Oh.
Got some coins over here. Nice. Okay.
I fought the law, no, the law won.
Do we share
Sort of-
coins?
I guess
I
so.
still don't know if we
Yes.
share. Oh, we do shares? Okay,
I'm
that
assuming
makes
so.
sense.
Yeah.
A little lifeboat here. That's
Hope you
interesting.
didn't drink too much.
No, I didn't drink too
Let's
much.
get back on track.
That's good.
Well,
All right.
I think we just leave now.
Let's go on to the next thing.
Where's our boat? Oh, over
We
there.
jump on the couch?
All right, to the abandoned boiler room.
Some planks here. Some boutals.
Turn us about.
More.
There we go. And
are you going to
Little
port or
Zorties.
to starboard?
what?
Go hard
Yes,
to
so much
starboard.
Go hard starboard.
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 Go hard, starboard.
Go hard to starboard.
Don't I just want to go dead ahead?
Ooh, there's some food.
Arg, you landlubbers.
Arg.
Aria land.
All right,
Arg.
I think we might have enough stuff on the boat.
It's really hard to say at this point. Who's counting, really?
Do we have any gas? If we
Hold
don't have
on.
any gas, the boat's not going to go.
We
Give me a
might
second.
have a little sprinkle of
Give me a
gas
second, I gotta look.
somewhere.
Okay.
Oh, there it is. Yep.
All
There's the
right.
gas.
Well,
There's the
there,
gas.
Yep, there we go.
There it is. You found it. Flash found it. Yeah.
Flash is bringing the
There's
gas.
the gas right there.
Yeah.
Record timing.
There it is.
That's
King,
it.
The
Yeah.
king brings
Yeah,
the gas.
that's. He does.
I would say that's the gas.
He does.
He does. He does. Yeah. Yeah.
My fuel is low.
Oh, well, guess. Oh, lucky day, young lass.
Hello, young lass. What'd you get? What'd you get? Oh, filled it with gas. Gotcha.
Yeah. Can I put more in there?
What'd you get?
I thought you got something.
We got. We got more forward motion.
Ooh, I like the forward motion. Nice.
There we go. Nice.
Oh,
There's a bottle of Zubadi Raki.
yeah. Go ahead and
What the hell
drink
is
that.
Pick it up.
Well,
Probably
I'm
drink
kinda-
it.
What happens if I drink it?
You'll feel
You
really,
will fall
really
in the
good.
water.
Hydrated
Oh, okay,
like
he's,
every
he's just
streamer
gonna do
should.
it.
Whoa! Whoa! Oh my God!
There you go. That's why we don't drink, kids.
Yeah, this is kind of why you don't drink it, I think.
Or if you stumble across your boat. I don't know.
Stumble across the boat. Oh my God!
Justin, good, how are you?
tried-
Oh, there's some more. Why do
Wait,
what?
Bubby.
Oh, it's circling us. Bubby is circling us.
Wait, who's Bubby? Who's Bubby?
Look,
again, sir?
look in the distance.
Bubby.
Bubby!
Oh,
Oh my God!
Bubby, don't
Can we
do it,
zip
Bubby.
line? Can we grapple
Bubby
him?
did it.
Why
No.
do you want to grapple Bubby? We want Bubby to go away. Don't grapple Bubby.
Well, maybe we shouldn't grapple. Well, maybe we should keep going.
What
Though.
if we shoot Bubby?
Why don't we stop?
What if we stop? That sounds like a
No, why
terrible
did we
idea.
stop?
Oh, so now we're shooting. Okay.
F you,
Please, not
F you,
please.
Bubby. F you, Bubby. Oh! Oh, God! Oh, my God.
No, Bubby. No, Bubby.
Oh, my God. Who did Bubby
Is
just
everyone
eat?
alive?
Who did Bubby just eat?
I don't know. I don't know. I'm going to attack Bubby more.
He just spit cheeps out his blowhole.
Oh my God!
Shark James.
I feel like I've been violated.
Bubby.
Okay,
F you, Bubby.
I was actually able to do some damage inside with my sword.
Oh, my God. Doing damage inside.
I was doing damage inside.
F you,
Whoa,
Bubby.
whoa, whoa, whoa!
Oh, my God.
Oh, God. Bubby.
How to get out?
Oh.
Oh my God!
I'm back.
Hey, welcome back. Welcome back.
Land then. That was crazy.
Welcome back, Mr. Cartel. Where,
Did
where-
we? No, we haven't.
Where is
Bubby yet.
Where's
Bubby,
Bubby?
where are you? Bubby's right there.
Okay. All right, I'm on this side. I'm waiting for him to come around.
Uh-oh.
Waiting for him to come about.
He's not coming around.
Oh shit!
no, 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 no,
Bubby, no! Bubby, no! Bubby! Bubby, no! Get off me! Bubby, no! Oh my god! Oh my god! I'm in the back rooms. Holy shit! Holy shit! No! 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 No!
Yeah, thanks.
Oh my god! Oh my god! I made it out of the back rooms. Is anybody dead? Doc! Hey, is there anybody else dead?
Chiba was dead as well.
Okay, I'm on it. Got him. Doc is giving me the Titanic call out. Hello! Is there anyone alive out there?
I'm back. How do we get back?
You want to get back there?
I don't know. What should we be on? Wait.
Yeah, take that, Bubby! Yeah, got his ass. I have
never lost
destroyed Bubby.
Oh, did you not die?
Gun?
We did it.
No, I
We did
didn't
it.
die.
We did it, Kill.
So your grapple is inside of Bubby?
Oh no, I lost. Yeah, I died inside of
This
Bubby.
island doesn't seem to
That's not good.
Check it out.
Oh wait, here's my stuff. Look at it. Look at it. It's right here.
He
It's in the
died
air.
inside of Bubby.
I did.
I
Bubby.
died inside of Bubby.
Bubby.
Wait, why is there? Oh,
It's all
There's like
floating.
floating Zorties and stuff out here.
Yeah, that's our gear that was inside of Bubby that we lost.
Oh.
Not in
Hey, I got the
Bubby.
grappling hook. I got boomerang.
Bubby!
Oh, I don't
got
have
a
any
cutlass.
gear on me.
Not
Shit.
today.
Hold on, I'm bringing some back.
Not
I'm
today,
bringing some
buddy.
back. Here's some gear.
I'm not your buddy, guy.
Cutlass.
I'm not your buddy, friend. All right, I bring in
You
one
get all
of these
of our gear
guys.
back?
Flash,
I
we
got
got
the
a
crown now.
grappling
Sylvie,
hook
thank you
on
for the
here on
16
shore.
months. What?
Oh, there's my grapple.
Oh, I need my
Grappling
grapple.
hook right here.
There we go. All right.
Grapple like it's hot. Grapple like
That's
it's
an
hot.
extra.
Like it's hot.
Oh,
We all.
we bask in the glory of the defeat of Bubby. Ba-da-da-da-da-da.
I'm not your bubby, friend.
I'm not your buddy, friend.
What's in here?
I'm not your friend, Bubby.
I'm not your friend, bubby. Ka-chow.
Were we not just in here, or no? Am I
It's a different one. This is a whole new one. My broken boomerang.
Oh, got you.
Who's that?
Oh, hello.
Hello.
What do you do with a boomerang?
Whoa, ow.
Sorry.
Hey.
Sorry.
Oh, waiting for other players for that one.
Oh, which one?
This one right here.
Okay. Why is there a boiler? Why is there a boiler thing?
All right,
How do
who
we-
wants to do the on air?
How do we heat it up?
Eyes don't lie.
I'll do it. I'll do it. I'll go for it. Oh, what?
Oh, there's a water gun now? Okay.
We got a water gun? The water gun is a useful tool for dangerous areas filled with gas leaks and fire hazards.
Spray water upward to cool yourself and avoid burning.
Okay. Do I gotta squirt this? Squirt it like it's hot? What are we squirting,
I
though?
kind of feel like I'm not doing anything.
I feel like I'm also not doing anything. What is supposed to be happening from this?
I don't know. Oh, are
I mean,
we?
there's fires over here that probably. Yeah.
Oh, we squirt the fires. Oh, okay.
Who would have thought?
Okay, squirting fire, squirting fire. Squirt it like it's hot, squirt it like it's hot.
Okay, so if there's fire, you spray straight up.
Yeah. With the
Oh, there's a
pipe
little
trying to get
gauge
it,
on the bottom
squirt it
left,
like it's
too.
hot. There we go. Extinguish fires with the water gun. Okay. What is this?
Freezer. Do I warm up in the sun?
Key.
Yeah.
I don't have a key.
Oh, we don't have a
Over
key.
here. I can't
Is it
pick
in
it
the
up.
freezer?
Oh, there's a key. I can't pick it up either. I have too much stuff.
Then drop it like it's hot.
Drop it.
Hey, Weirman, describe it.
I mean, I could drop my crown.
Don't do
I'll
that.
drop a Zorty by the door.
Don't you dare drop
There
your
we go.
crown. And we're back.
Was that it?
Oh, was that it?
Are we back where we were?
Nice.
Okay.
So yeah, I guess the point of this was the water guns.
Yeah, for fire, I guess potential future fires.
Yeah.
Darkest Joker, hello, friend.
Potential future.
Future fires.
Future fire.
Like a punk band in the 80s.
We're coming. Shut up.
Well, coming.
Guys, let's keep moving.
Okay. All
There
right.
we go.
Thanks,
What
lady.
adventure we're on?
Indeed.
Stop it, lady.
You
You're
three are
scaring us.
firefighting experts, so it's good that you've got these now.
All right.
I made
so
an extra slappy for you.
there's also like the arena has like a thingy on it too.
We've explored a lot of islands. It seems like.
We certainly have.
Go ahead and lead
We're
us,
island
fearless
explorers.
captain.
So
So we're going to another little island, and then there's the big islands.
I like the way you talk.
Yeah.
What's that in the top right, though? Oh, that's just saying go to the one that has
You
the
got a pretty
exclamation
mouth,
mark.
boy.
Yeah. I think so. Yeah. That's what it says.
You got a pretty mouth.
pretty mouth.
Oh, wow.
I tried to pick up your ID, but I
Mouth,
couldn't.
boy.
It just went back.
You got a pretty mouth, boy.
Yeah, pretty much.
Jeeves, you might be in the lead for the creepy.
Someone
Oh,
fell
that
off
bye,
the ground.
Jeeves.
See you later. Bye.
Sorry. I had to cool off. I had to cool off after that one.
Oh, you had to cool off? Oh,
you down.
no worries. I got you.
Yeah.
There you go. There you go. There you go.
Oh, wait, can we
What's
squirt
on your
each
bit?
other?
Call you
Cool
off.
off, yeah.
Oh my God!
Why did that?
die?
I don't know. These are some strong ass water guns.
All right. Well,
Want to see your friends play Ghost Janitors? I think it'd be hilarious. Ooh, I could be down. I've never played. I would be down to play that.
we're running out of
apparently
Zorties. Can we
is
not
definitely.
fool around, please?
All right.
Running out of Zorties.
Can we chill?
Yeah.
Can we chill? Chill or be chill?
Well, who would? Yeah, chill or be chill. Hey, listen, where's my gear though? Oh, it's right here.
You or be you?
You or be you.
All right. So we're
Can
going
I,
that away.
Drop my planks.
You'll be mead.
My water gun. I need my sword too,
Hey, I
dude.
found
have
another
so
one of
much
those
stuff.
little
I gotta
guys.
drop the crown. There we go.
Hey, who wants some booze? How's our gas?
Drink and drive.
Listen, kill when we are out. When we are out here, anything goes. Okay. Did it just stop so I can put gas in it? No. Let her keep running. We're good.
Why do you gas me up? Gas me up, baby.
Let you know.
Yeah, I'm glad you're doing good, Roxy.
Yeah, doing good, Roxy. Let's go.
Yeah, you're doing good, Roxy. Oh my God.
Roxy,
Roxy!
baby!
This island doesn't. Let's check it out anyway.
This island doesn't seem important, but let's check it out.
Oh well.
So it's
game
not an
on.
important island whatsoever. We like that.
Yeah,
All the
that's
others.
we've found some new kind of tool on every island we've been to.
We have, yeah. There's always been something interesting. A little sand castle here.
Don't touch it.
Sand
It took me
castles
forever
of
to
the
make
sand.
that.
Yeah.
All right.
All right.
Let's go.
Wait, whoa.
Oh!
Oh! Violence!
Whoa! What happened? What happened?
Cockroach!
Engage violence!
Cockroach!
Out your swords! Onward, gentlemen!
Engage! Nice!
Jeez.
Slice and dice.
Oh my God! Ow!
Pick your battles.
You don't want any of this.
You don't want nothing.
Get squirted on!
Get squirted. Are you squirting him?
It's not
Get
doing
squirted!
anything, so I wouldn't advise it.
Got 10
Well,
coins for that.
it's hard to say because the squirting killed me.
I think there's more.
Oh, now
There's
they have
more.
shields.
They've got shields.
Now they have shields.
Yeah, defend the back, asshole. Ow! Chief was trying to kill me.
I'm sorry.
I need to go over here. He's angry and mean. Are we down a friend? Are we down a friend?
Too powerful.
We might be.
Get away! These guys are
Stop
about
it. There's too many of you.
Oh,
What's with the roaches? That's a good question. We have no idea.
we're not really sure. Nice.
We have no idea. We have pirate cockroaches.
Pirate
They're trying to stab
cockroaches.
us. Yeah.
Nicely
Welcome to
done.
Zort, everybody. Another successful stabbing
Oh,
of the cockroaches.
look.
Oh, nice. Also, our boat
eyes,
is
lying eyes.
leaking.
Oh,
A regular
I found a
Okay.
flare gun. Oh,
Bye, Tubes.
bye, Chiba. I miss you. Yeah, I've got a flare gun. Did he pick the one that you can't open? It's
Congratulations.
literally the only one that says eyes don't lie.
You did great, Cheats. You did great.
Okay, bringing him back. Good job, Chiefs.
Thank you. So what's this
we
new
can
gun
only-
we got?
Oh, okay.
Got a flare gun, eh?
Got a flare? Oh, okay.
Here, I'm trying to pick up my stuff. Oh, no, not the bin again.
Not really sure what
No,
that's
no, no,
gonna do.
no. Can I not grab my stuff that's
I
right
hear
here?
that Bubby hates flare guns.
Oh, so we run into him again, but hit
Not
with some
letting me
flares.
pick up my stuff.
Oh,
There
no
we go, now I
ammo.
can get it.
Holy cow, you only get one shot from these things?
Oh yeah, it's a flare gun.
Apparently, I guess, eh? Flare gun?
Flare. All right, are we going in?
Sure.
We haven't even been inside yet.
No, Glade, this is not Sons of the Forest.
Oh, maybe we
this is
can't.
Zort.
Sons of the Forest.
It's not
What
Sons of the
heck?
Forest? Wait, what?
Because we battled outside, so
Who thought it was
it's like
Sons
a
of the
decoy.
Forest?
Yeah, I
it's
think
like
so.
a
I think you're right. I think that was it.
Got you. Well, that was fun.
But we got flare guns, though.
Yeah, we got something out of it. It's not
is true.
total, why is this one just beaming light?
Oh, oh, oh. Drop my
This looks
cutlass.
more like Raft. I mean, this episode does.
With a plank.
Wait, did you hear the whale song? Did you hear it?
There's a whale?
It was going.
A whale song.
Oh wait.
is that not Sheba?
Was that?
I'm not sure that's how whales sound.
That's exactly how whales sound.
Are you
Interesting.
sure?
I didn't know that. It's like a nature lesson.
And then the
Welcome
other
to
whale
Animal
comes over
Planet,
and
everybody.
says, "What?"
Oh my god. Hi, Glay. Is this the new peak update? It could be. All right. I guess we're going to... the Pirate Island, eh?
Pirate Island.
Island.
Let's go.
Pirate is the land. Let's go. Mr.
Pirate
Glacius,
Island.
44 months. Thank you so much, sir.
Oh, are we not moving?
Glad they added swords. Yeah. No, we're not moving yet. We have to be aiming the correct way.
Gotcha. I'm just gonna grapple stuff then.
Oh my god.
What was that? Oh, it was more
There's an
gas.
ad break coming up, friends. I'm a whale
Oh
myself.
no,
I can
this is something
testify.
different. What is
So
that?
I'm like,
oh, flare shell, Doc. There's some ammo for you.
Oh, nice.
Apparently, you can pick up.
You
ammo
can
from
find
the
them
flare
by hitting the barrels.
Yeah, I got it from the barrel. Yeah. A little Zordy Zort.
And some more booze.
Some more rum if anyone's interested. Get drunk. Enjoy the cruise.
Thank you.
All right, I think we are going in the right direction.
Game on.
I think.
I would assume by the skull on the top of that island that it seems right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, unnecessary. Okay.
What? Just a little squirt. Damn.
Just a little squirt. A little squirt.
A little squirt never hurt nobody.
Didn't know.
Well, now that's a flare
Well,
gun.
actually,
That will
to be
hurt,
quite
okay?
honest with you,
Oh,
a little
sorry,
squirt
wrong
did
gun.
hurt me.
Sorry.
A little squirt did actually kill me, so it's hard to say.
Ow! Come on! No!
Get squirted on.
Okay.
Yeah, context matters. I
Context,
think.
yeah, context.
Get
Yeah.
squirted on.
Context matters.
Tune in next week.
Tune in next week for the squirting.
the squirting of 2026.
The squirting.
Oh, man.
What's in here? Oh, there's another Zordy.
Oh, that sounds
Target
bad.
reached. So this is the final island, right? Like this is like the
We're
head
literally
honcho?
purposefully heading to a pirate island. She's like, I hope this isn't pirate territory.
I didn't hear. I hope there's no pirates here on Pirate Island.
Oh, no.
Wait a minute.
Probably just the
I'm gonna
Muppets.
risk a flare. Oh wait, or will that signal to the pirates that we're here? Is that
I
a
would
bad
ass-
choice?
I would
It
assume
has the
that would
potential
tell
to
them
do
we're
that.
here.
Yeah.
So I should not.
Be careful, guys. If you see pirates, run.
Well, I
Okay.
can't see them without a flare. All right, here we go.
Swim.
Are there any pirates out there?
Hello!
Hi.
Are there any pirates out there? Oh,
I don't
calm
need their Tella
down,
Rosa.
lady.
I don't
Brought
like
us here,
this
though.
place. I don't want to go there.
Wow.
Oh, they're trying
Calm
to kill
down,
us.
Tella Rosa.
God.
You're being
Nag,
dramatic.
nag, nag.
Someone's nagging. Why can't you be a quiet boat?
My
we,
God. Why don't you ever support what we do?
You never believed in me. Can we
Okay.
not grapple here? I guess we're not close enough.
I don't think we're supposed to grapple here.
I'm trying to grapple, but my
You're not-
grapple's
I don't
not
think we're
grappling.
supposed to grapple here.
I'm trying to grapple.
No, there's no grapple.
My grapple.
They got a goddamn barbed wire fence over there. You see that?
Dang it, Bobby.
Oh, call
They got spotlights, dude.
Was a gosh dang hot dog.
Dude, that was actually really good.
Damn kids keep
That was
whacking
a really
off
good
in my tool
impression,
shed.
yeah. All right. Where's the entrance?
Nothing. Okay.
It's not here. Okay. Wait. Oh.
Is there anywhere to like?
Oh no. Okay.
I found the entrance.
Okay.
Where?
Over here. Over here. Over here.
Oh, follow the sound of my voice.
Oh, the giant door that looks like an entrance.
Caw-caw.
Zorty?
Did you just tell me to fuck it off? What?
No, caw. It's a signal.
Oh,
It's a
there's
sound.
Yeah.
flowers over here.
Oh, that's nice. It's Mother's Day
Mother's
tomorrow.
Day.
Oh,
Look at that. Flowers for Mother's Day, everybody.
Waiting for other players.
Oh, sorry. My
It's
bad.
okay. It's okay.
You are. You're very bad.
Oh, behind us. Behind us. Behind us.
Oh my god. Yeah. Hello.
Split them. Split them.
What? What the hell? Oh, what the hell?
My stuff's
We're in
gone.
pirate jail.
Hey, the toilet flushes.
I was gonna say, who just took a shit?
Sorry. I really had to go. Hi. Can I have some food? Oh, thank you. Oh, it's a
selfies.
cupcake.
Hello. Hi.
Do I
Ooh, what you
trust the
got for me?
cupcake that this guy just gave me?
Well, there's a
Adrian,
toilet
how are
there
you?
if it's not good, so I think you're fine. Oh, thank you. That's very kind of you. Thank you for the cupcake.
Kill, have you eaten your cupcake yet?
I'm gonna eat
don't
mine.
have one
Ready?
yet. Oh,
We
why
can't eat
can't
it.
pick
I
up-
can't eat mine.
Okay, we can just hold it. All right.
I think we just hold it. Do we like flush it down the toilet or something?
I'm saying.
Ah, cupcake.
Oh, cupcake.
Oh, oh my God. Look at that bear paw. Jesus Christ. You can have mine, dude. You can have my dessert.
Yeah, you can
every
have
day.
mine as well.
Cupcake.
Please.
Oh,
What's
he
that
dropped
sound?
the keys.
Oh, we can probably get the big guy to get the keys.
I have a cupcake. Come get the cupcake.
One at
You
a
throw the
time.
cupcakes at him. Throw them at him. Okay, I threw mine.
And
them
that
by
was
the
it. You
keys.
just fed him a cupcake. Oh, what the hell?
I just fed him a cupcake. I think he
Throw
likes
his
it though.
cheese.
Yeah.
He's trading cheese for a cupcake, which is honestly a very good exchange.
Okay, I threw that. It did nothing. I guess it's not close enough. Oh shit.
Oh, maybe he didn't like. I don't know. He didn't like your cupcake.
A cupcake.
Yeah. So now what? Though?
Hold on.
Can you throw the cheese, Doc? Can you throw the cheese at him?
You can throw the cheese. The cheese is very difficult to control.
Okay.
Oh well, that makes sense with cheese. Yeah.
What a thing. The cheese is difficult to control. Sorry, irritable bowel syndrome.
That's okay. Now what?
I think you.
Oh, okay.
I feel like you want to get a
The cheese
cupcake
is really
on
bouncy,
the
eh?
keys.
You could try it. Yeah, a double whammy. A cheesy cupcake.
A cheesy cupcake.
They don't have that at Crumble Cookie. Is it Crumble Cookie? Yeah.
Wait.
Crumble Cookie.
Wait. There's a little. Do you see the little dark hole, like the little dark hole over there, Cheeves, at the bottom of the pillar near Doc? Do you throw it over there as like a mouse
Oh.
comes out or something?
Oh, yeah, you're right. You're right. There is a little mouse hole there. Yeah, Doc.
Where's the mouse hole?
It's to your left.
It's right next to your cell. Like literally right next to your cell.
I can't throw the cheese. I am not a competent cheese thrower.
It's okay.
Just aim a
It's
little
okay,
higher
be
and
confident
give it
about your
and
cheese.
put your knees into it.
Yeah, put your back and knees into it. You can do it. Put your back into it.
Oh my God.
We believe in you. Are we
I
stuck
can't
here?
throw cheese. This is.
If anyone can throw cheese, it's you.
Are you able to like throw it to Flash? Flash might have a better angle at the mouse hole.
Well,
I cannot.
I think any one of us have
Oh
a
my
better
God.
angle than he does. Dude, you know what's funny? I think that Flash is right, and this is what we have to do, and we're stuck here now.
There's no way. There's got to be a way to get around this. Give me my
must have
cupcake
its
back.
cheese. Do you have a cupcake kill?
I threw mine and it went into the ether somewhere.
Oh, that was better, Doc. Oh, that was better.
I feel like you're patting me on the head right now.
No, you got it so far. It was right in front of me.
Legitimately, that was a good cheese throw, Doc.
That was a good cheese.
Thanks.
Oh, I'm just gonna spam E.
Yeah. Ready? Here we go. Motherfucker! All right, keep spamming.
We got this. We can do this as a team.
You can do it. You can do it.
I'm spamming E.
Your Popeye forearms are coming in clutch here.
You ate your spinach. Let's go. Oh my God. Come on. That was perfect, Doc.
That was close.
That was perfect. Just do that again.
Okay. Oh my God.
Little squishy cheese.
Why is it so difficult?
Squishy cheese.
Squishy cheese. Oh, come on.
What are they feeding you?
I'm spamming the ever loving out of E right now.
You gotta spam E to catch the cheese.
I am spamming E to catch the cheese. It's just not working.
Close.
We're gonna be here forever. Oh my God. If you had any idea how difficult it is to throw cheese.
If I could catch the cheese, I would be able to experience this. But it's just like Doc, what if you take the cheese and you try to flush it down the toilet?
Maybe can you eat the cheese or something? Yeah, flush it, do something with it.
Oh no.
That sounded promising for a second there.
It didn't work.
Across to me, Doc. I'm at a straighter angle to you.
Oh, could you just throw it really hard straight ahead? That's a good point.
Apparently not.
How do we get the cheese to the mouse hole? This is a tough one.
Oh, there you go. That was better. Oh,
Oh! You got it! You got it!
oh, look, he's bringing it back. Look.
Come to me, friend. Come to me.
Oh, let's go.
Let's go! You did it!
Nicely done, sir.
There we go.
You are the cheese master. The master of the cheese.
All right, now let us out.
Thank you. Thank you, everybody. Thank you, chat.
We're still locked up to see it, Doc. You know,
Oh, by the way, chat.
time.
Chat. Do we
Take
want
your
to
time.
do we want to take this opportunity to like plan something for next
Oh my
week?
God.
Or
Oh my
like,
God.
Okay.
I
what do we
hope
think we
he
wanna
breaks
do?
out of his cell
Do we
and
want
just
to
charges.
Wow. Well, guess who's getting out of
Wait,
there? So
no, I didn't mean it. No, I didn't mean it.
Yeah.
Doc,
Okay,
please.
well,
Doc.
Doc, if anything, I
guess
was
what?
complimenting your cheese throwing ability the entire time.
Doc, you've always been my favorite.
Thank you. Although small problem, the cell keys are not working on the door. Do I have to drop it? Maybe I have to drop it. All right, here we go. There. No? All right, there we go.
Oh, there's my cupcake.
I work for money.
It seems like you might be busy in there.
Oh, hey.
I can only,
Oh,
I
hey,
can only
guys.
pay you in cupcake.
Hey, cupcake. Thank you.
Cupcake!
Hey, cupcake.
Cupcake!
Thank you for the show.
All right.
What happens? What if? Can we throw a cupcake at him and see what happens?
That's what I'm saying. Do I,
Oh,
like,
nothing. Can we let him out?
What if he just
Stay
reached
away.
right now? Oh my.
He's eye bogan.
We need to eat
Eye
any cupcakes.
bogan.
Okay.
So we got our cupcakes. Okay. We
Cupcake.
lost all of our gear.
Cupcake.
Yeah, I can't let him out.
Cupcake.
Bye, Zort.
Ooh.
Oh, you
Yeah,
got,
we
you got
found
games
all
on
the
your phone?
collectibles.
I sort do.
Security
Security
code
code.
1325.
1325. What do we do? Where do we put it?
I don't
Probably
know.
go here.
I'm gonna
You
keep
think it
out
goes
of
to this keypad right here?
I bet that's a good. I think that there's a good chance
Do
that's
it,
probably
Jimmy,
it.
do it.
All right.
1976.
1325.
Go for it.
Yes, sir.
Hey, what?
Oh,
we're going for it.
oh no.
Oh, okay, we can drop down.
Waiting for other players.
Fire.
Why is
There's
the music
fire.
like this?
Fire's
There's
approaching.
lots of fires, and we don't have water guns, but I do have a cupcake. Take my cupcake, you son of a bitch!
Minions.
Oh no! Run, 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 run.
Running. And
Running, running, keep running,
Go,
running.
Go. Good to go. Good to go. Oh, grab a thing. Ow! You
I think
son of
they're
a
still
bitch!
chasing us, aren't they?
Ow! He's hitting me.
Yes.
They are absolutely still chasing us. What do we do now?
Go.
This way?
Oh, we can buy. Stop.
We're breaking Zort.
What do we need? What do we need?
Can we buy something?
Um.
Oh, they're not chasing us anymore. We're okay.
Okay, I bought a Zordy.
I don't know what we need. Yeah.
I don't know. I got a Zordy just in case. I think
Okay.
boomerangs are going to be needed.
Oh, there's a guillotine.
There's a guillotine. Yeah.
A guillotine.
Don't,
I don't think you can interact with it.
Why is it there?
Thomas.
Oh!
Oh, here's our gear.
Hey, whose idea is this? Not literally kill.
Okay, I got a flare gun.
Yeah,
Whose
I
idea
did.
is this?
Oh no,
Oh, this is Doc's ID.
I guess I don't need the cupcake.
Do we even need the IDs though? Can we just drop them for extra storage? I think
Probably.
we don't need
I
them.
drop it every
Yeah, I think
time.
we
Alright,
don't need them.
Yeah.
Water
I'm
gun?
gonna
drop
make
it
a
every
mistake and drop this key.
Okay.
Well,
Oh,
if it's
we
for the
need our
cells, we
Oh,
probably
IDs.
we
need it.
need our IDs. Oh my
Yeah.
Oh, for
god.
fuck's sakes.
What can I drop? I need
Wait,
like
wait, wait,
everything
can we-
here.
Can we not throw something like over so we can pick it up?
Where's my ID?
I'm gonna drop my flare gun. Where's my ID?
There's,
someone
there
have
I
mine?
am. How did you?
I don't.
Oh, there we go. Oh,
Someone has my ID because I don't have an ID.
I hit E.
I don't
Can
have
you
an
use
ID
one of our
card.
IDs?
No,
I don't
Chiba,
know.
Hey, Kitsune, how are you?
1 second.
can you pick that up?
I'm trying.
Crouch, scooch, pick up, hit E on the turn on the thingy.
Oh yeah, it turned into my ID card. Thank you.
Nice.
No way.
There we go.
Literally was your ID card.
Oh, okay. So you had my ID card.
I
I
did.
like it.
My God.
All right, let's go.
Ready? Whoa! Pirate swords! Pirate swords! I don't know who's who.
Holy
Jimmy.
night. They had eye patches on.
There's more
Okay.
zombies
Pretty
here, but
great.
everyone's
We're
alive.
all alive.
It's a megaphone in here.
All right.
What's this for?
I don't know.
I don't know. It's a pallet with rope.
Ooh, coins.
Yeah. Waiting for other players.
Roger that.
Where do you think you're going? Catch them!
Oh, look
trying
behind
to
us.
leave
Look
the
behind us.
prison.
Look behind us.
Please, we're trying to get out of here. Oh,
hey.
it's the master pirate.
Well.
I'm gonna shoot you with a flare gun.
Nothing.
I have no ammo.
What you think you're doing, wrecking
What you
everything?
think you're doing?
What is your quest?
Oh, the good
Communicate with him.
Get in, mob!
Oh, boy, Heed. Get the fuck, pal.
Heed people. No. Oh, he's gonna
Whoa,
tase
whoa,
him.
whoa! What the fuck?
He's taking my
Excuse me?
Apple prod from.
Hey.
There's nowhere left for you to run.
Oh, he took my sword
I still
too.
got my water gun, a-hole.
Whoa!
Oh, he's our friend. Wait, is he your friend?
Go! He looks like Bane. He's got like the needles coming
We
out.
gave you cupcakes. We gave you a cupcake.
I was born
You had a
in the
cupcake. It
dark.
was from us.
He has a needle
was
sticking
nice
out of his
of you.
arm.
Hi. Please. What?
He
Oh,
has
what
a
do we do
needle-
on this thing? Yeah, okay. Oh.
A backpack? What the hell?
Oh!
Way.
Are we gonna ride the platform?
Nice. Can I get my sword back
I
somehow?
don't-
Okay, let's go.
Ride him. Okay.
Let's go.
We're
I'll
riding Bane.
spritz you, sir.
Yeah.
Attention! Bear Crusher and the prisoners have escaped! Stop
What
them
is this
immediately!
game?
Dude,
Okay,
I don't
there's
know.
empty bottles here you can throw
This-
them.
Oh, behind us.
Yeah, pick up the empty bottles.
Wait, I have an idea. It's a great idea.
There are many great ideas, but this one's mine.
Oh, it's
Got his
they're
ass.
dodging them. They're
Huh.
dodging my bottles.
Speed up, bottle.
Skip up, bottle.
Oh wait, wasn't this where we
pick up
were
multiple?
like when we first started the game?
Is it?
I am terrible at throwing bottles.
Oh, they're throwing
Just
bottles
going-
at
just
us
going
too.
ham. Huh,
I'm getting hit hard.
huh. Where are they? Are they gone?
I think so.
Oh!
Don't like your
This is our
corners.
this is our stop. This is our stop.
Thank you.
This is our stop.
Thank you for the lift.
Elevator.
And on to the next left.
Thank you.
Escape.
Goodbye.
You're
Escape
so
Pirate Island.
nice.
Thank you. You're amazing.
Thank you for being really.
Thank you for being here.
Happy Mother's Day to your mother.
Oh,
you coming with us?
What are you
Oh.
trying to come in here?
You
I
had
think
way
there
too
might-
much
I don't think
time.
there's enough room,
It's gonna
dude.
go well.
You also probably want to be on
honest
that
with you.
needle.
Oh.
No.
Oh.
No, not this way.
I'm sorry.
this way.
The emotional impact this game has.
Good lord. Doc's terrible throwing it. Terrible throwing
ruined this
anything.
elevator.
He tries his best.
Okay.
All right, that was weird.
Well, another island bites the dust, I guess. Now what happens?
What is that light?
The unfortunate thing is we're out of grapples, or we don't have our grapples.
Well, they might be on the
On the boat.
Oh,
What happened
whoa!
there? Get back to the
Whoa,
raft
whoa.
now!
What did you think we were doing, you butthole? Yeah, there's our hook. Yep.
Dude,
What? What?
I don't know what happened. I was like drunk.
can't-
I was
I can't
drunk for
move?
a second. Wait, how did you get your grapples back? Oh, they're right here.
Oh, there we go. Oh my god, I was stuck. What the shit? Okay, I'm good.
What the shit? Okay, where do we go now?
So are we gonna go to the next?
No, I'm stuck now.
Yeah, so move your
So
switch your inventory. Switch your inventory kill.
Yeah.
We've done the main. Yeah, we've done the main ones,
I got
right?
out.
Oh, there's
Navigate
more
through the
islands.
Buoy markers to escape. If you press tab,
Okay,
it
so we gotta go
tells you the
straight.
next-
What are these little islands here? What are these?
I think they're little islands.
Kenny, thank you for the
They're like
$100
little islands, eh? Like,
dono.
as opposed
These little
Big
islands are just like
St.
little
Jude,
islands.
Thank you,
Yeah, they're
friend.
kind of like little islands. Did we go to those little
Islands,
islands?
There's
Or?
so many, dude.
There's a lot of little islands. Did we go to this? What's happening? Oh, main story. Oh, it's called side content.
Yeah,
That's what
there's
they say.
so many. Maybe we
Side
go on to
content.
the next big thing. We could. Oh my god, I did it again. We
Next main story.
yeah. All right, got that mark.
Got my grapple back. Got my sword back.
We need to go.
I'm ready to go.
The side contents are for another day.
I would agree.
Yeah, there's a lot
Can
of
I
side
please
contents.
drive that? There we go.
A lot of side contents. My God.
All right.
What's happening? I can't move. What?
Yeah, switch your items.
Swap inventory.
Swap
items.
your items.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
it's a
I know.
glitch.
I was so confused. I thought my game was borked.
Yeah, I
thought it
what
was
is happening?
Zorted.
It was running in place. My game is sorted. All right.
Onward.
So there's no more islands. But we're, oh,
Do you want to go
happening?
to the island?
there's one more spot.
Oh, it wants me to go left, but it wants me to go.
But if you
that-
do doubt your courage or your strength, go no further. Must answer me these questions three. There, the other side, you see. Why am I dying? Why am I dying?
Because you're getting squirted, I think.
I was
Okay.
I was squirting you. Yeah. Listen, it's not
Wow,
my fault
that's
that water
toxic
hurts.
squirt.
It's not my
Yeah.
fault that water hurts.
Yeah, I didn't make it hurt.
Is that what people that waterboard people say? Hey, it's not my fault. it hurts.
Listen, stop complaining. It's not my fault.
Stop complaining. Wah, wah,
Oh,
wah.
Chiefs. Chiefs, want to see some
Water.
water?
Yeah, I'd love to.
All right, hold on a second.
Are you about to blast him
Let me
with a flare?
let me just
You looking for
No.
the ammo, the flare shell here?
Yeah.
You trying to get that, aren't you? Yeah. You
Yeah.
gonna shoot me with that? Is that what you're gonna do?
No,
Yeah.
no.
No?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. It's not? Okay.
What hurts
No,
more?
I'm not.
Doc's water or my sword? Let's test.
Yeah.
Whilst we're waiting
Listen,
for Flash to get us
listen,
to,
what if I put out your flare with my water gun as you're shooting it? Do you think that would work?
All right,
That'd be
ready?
kind of cool.
3,
Ready?
2,
And
1.
didn't work. Also,
Did it
it didn't
work?
kill me, surprisingly. No. I thought for sure that would have killed me.
Wait, maybe it takes 2.
It might take 2 flares, yeah. We should probably test it. Okay. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Oh, no, it's a flare. Okay.
He said, okay, okay.
What an adventure we're on. Look at this. We got
I'm
so
just
many keepsakes to
confused
bring
by
back.
the direction that it wants us to go.
Are you actually steering it,
We're
though? Or
not.
is
Oh
it
my god,
just
we're not even going.
automatically?
We're not even going to the thing.
What? It looks like we are.
No, we are literally.
someone
It's
select
still
it?
locked on where we are.
How do we lock it to the main story?
You got to go to the furthest question mark.
But it's not letting me like lock on it.
Oh, weird.
It's only letting me lock on to the islands.
You press tab and it says that you need to navigate through the buoys to escape. And maybe we need to do that before you can lock on an island.
Not there.
Oh,
No.
maybe.
Oh, okay.
I guess we'll see.
Well, listen, this is the perfect time to
Set
pee again,
buoys.
so I'm gonna go ahead and do that.
Oh, navigate like the thing to our left.
Let me do a little. Okay, I'm gonna go pee.
I think it means like literally in the sea. Although I can't see any. So, what was that?
I don't know, but this is his "I'm going to the restroom" pose. That's right. Got it covered.
You know what I bet this is? I bet this is the final battle. I bet we got to fight the sea monster. That's why it's out in the middle of the water.
Probably. Oh, goddamn! I don't have any more flares.
And Chiba's taking a dump while this is happening?
Yeah,
Okay.
he's taking a little dumperoo.
Alrighty, well.
I think we gotta turn here in a minute.
Yeah, maybe some more supplies.
Why did it get dark again?
Oh,
It was all bright for a second. That's not fair.
Wait, do you see that light off in the distance? Do
I
you see that light there?
I do.
My fuel is low.
Oh, feels low.
Good thing we have some fuel.
It really is just
Towards
like
the
wrapped in
light.
so many ways.
Caroline!
All right, go toward the light, Caroline. Yeah, there was like, I don't know. There was like a fence line almost, and then it's gone. I can't see it
Yeah.
anymore.
There's definitely a beacon.
A beacon.
Yes, Jeeves, a beacon.
A singular beacon, you say?
A beacon.
A beacon.
A beacon.
Filled with lead. I'm good. How are you?
Oh, we're sinking. Did you guys notice that? Oh, maybe not. Never
I don't
mind.
think so.
No?
No, we're okay.
No, we were taking on water for a second.
All
by
is
accident.
well. It's okay. It's okay.
Oh, wait. Where's all my
So-
gear? Wait,
so
what?
dark. It's so hard to see.
How do we pick up a sword?
It's a bacon. No bacon.
Pick it up. There we go.
I guess we go left now.
Would this be a point to be using the flare guns?
I don't know.
Oh, maybe. We don't have
Well,
enough
Doc
ammo
was
for
saying
them,
about
though.
using the flare guns on our bubby.
I don't think this
Yeah,
is
there's no
Bubby.
ammo.
Don't
We
use it on the
killed
bubby.
this.
Oh, how'd you figure out how to sail the right way?
Always love seeing such nice, funny people on here. You guys always brighten the day with your shenanigans. Oh, Kenny, thank you so much, dude.
Uh-oh.
Thank you.
Oh,
Navigate through the-
Navigate through the buoy markers. Someone's
Complete.
got to steer the boat.
Who's gonna steer?
We
Said
just,
that
we
20
just,
minutes
we just
ago.
successfully did it.
Scared.
Oh,
I'm scared too. Tell Rose.
turn around, go back.
No, it's too late.
Around.
Oh my!
Ah, there it is. I'm getting in the side boat.
Yeah, that's a good idea. I can't dock. It won't let me in the side boat.
Hi, we can be. What do you mean no? We can be friends. He doesn't want to be friends.
I don't think he wants friends. I'm sorry.
What was that?
Whoa, Nessie! Oh, it's a pirate
there's a
ship.
big-
Oh,
yeah,
pirate
there's a
ship.
over there.
There's a big pirate ship. Dude, the music's so loud during these scenes.
Oh shit!
Damn!
Leave Nessie alone.
Pirates brethren have shown up.
I don't know who to vote for. I don't know. Do we root for him or for the?
Whoa, whoa, what? Wait, why is she flying? Why am I
Oh my
flying?
God.
What is happening?
Cannons.
Okay, we're
Cannons
now on the
firing.
pirate ship.
I don't even know what to do.
Here?
What do we do?
I'm pressing spacebar. What?
What do I
It's
do?
making me jump.
Oh, I have to hit the granite. Oh, I see.
Ah, skill check.
There we go, I got it.
I just landed on it. Excuse
Fire!
me. Skill check. Skill check.
Do we need to activate all of them?
I guess so.
Oh, okay. Idiot.
Oh my god.
Hi, we are friendly.
Wait,
Sorry
I
about
went
the
to get the
cannons
cannon.
thing.
It says waiting on other players.
Oh, do we all have to be on at the same time?
Maybe.
Wait,
Well,
there's something up here.
wait.
Oh no, that's this
Yeah,
one.
the cannon,
it's
the
this one,
cannon.
yeah.
There's a big cannon.
Yeah, big cannon. Hi.
Oh, we all have to get in it together.
Yes.
Oh, Kill, get in here.
Kill, join the cannon. Oh God,
God.
Kill. Sorry.
Oh my god. Oh my god.
Kill, get the cannon.
Whee!
Woo!
Okay, same thing. Same thing.
Okay.
No.
Hang on.
Got it. Oh shit.
Oh, I just missed it.
Oh, I don't have a cutlass.
Got
Please,
it.
you fire the guns.
How am I missing it?
I'm gonna squirt him. I'm gonna squirt his ass. Oh, there's a sword right there.
No.
Did everyone
Got it.
activate their cannon?
Is that? Are they all good?
Yeah, we're good, we're good. Oh,
What is
nice.
this behind us? Oh! Oh, cannon, cannon, cannon! Up to the top, cannon! To the top!
To
Fire!
the top, make it drop, that's a wop. I'm coming.
Oh, are we all in here?
We're all in.
Oh my god! Oh, he's sinking the ship just as we go. I get it.
Okay, we're on to the next one. Big guy, hey, look over. Hey, dude!
Hi!
He's back. Master Zort.
I saved the big guy when he was
I
about to
saved this
die. He
guy
told
when
me
was
about
to
you.
die. Oh.
That's so sweet, man.
What?
Hey, by the way,
You need to kill the
donkeys in your
creature.
town suck.
They blow if you ask nicely.
Interact.
We gotta
Okay.
kill Nessie.
Do the thing. Wait.
Oh my God.
Got it.
Come on, come on.
It's ready.
There we go.
We're gonna save you, friend. I'll give you a squirt. There you go. Nice. Hey, hey, up to the next cannon, to the next one.
Wait, but we're gonna be leaving them behind.
Okay, are we all here?
I'm trying to get in the cannon.
No, I know. It's just putting us near it.
Here, I'm coming. Okay, are we hopping in?
Okay.
Okay.
Why not,
Do
Bane?
what? Yeah, exactly. Only you can save us.
Okay. Please, my king. Oh my
Oh,
god.
we're the king now. Wait, which one's the king? There's four of us.
Flash is the OG
Are we all
king.
kings? Flash is the king. Okay.
The
Is it a
OG.
tesseract?
That looks like a tesseract from Marvel. Yeah. It looks like a cryopod from Ark as well.
With a bunch of
Isn't that Tony
scraps.
Stark's arc reactor?
With a bunch of scraps. Tony made that in a cave.
Wait, what's happening? Why are we counting down?
I don't know.
I don't know. It's the grand finale of something.
Oh!
Whoa!
Oh, the hero shot.
Look, Mom! I'm flying!
I don't want to die.
Yes!
Let's Let's go.
Take that, Nessie, motherfucker.
Take that, Nessie. It's like a Marvel ending. This is how the Avengers should have ended.
It was close enough. It was like the same thing. Are we safe from the monster now?
We're safe from the monster now.
I'm slightly offended you're all yelling offensive words at Nessie.
We could yell it at these guys. Do you want us to yell it at these guys?
This is not the Nessie of the loch. Okay.
It's the Nessie of the.
It's a different Nessie.
Of the sea. I don't.
Of the bay. Of the bay.
Of the bay.
Of the
And we're
inlet.
dead. Where's the little fart bubble? Oh.
1 month later.
The graveyard.
Graveyard.
Who are we burying? Is this us?
Cheebs, I think it's us, Cheebs.
Oh, dude, we died?
Yeah.
I'm not going to be eating that cupcake now, friend.
Oh my
But he
god.
saved it for you anyway. What a sweetheart. Oh, we're getting the
Very
3-gun
sharp.
salute.
Oh, here we go. We get the full salute.
Well,
And they
let's
shoot
go. I feel
3 more
special.
people. Oh, they're dead now too.
Gotta bury more graves. Keep more graves.
Just killing everyone that attended the funeral.
No witnesses. Get him out of here.
Oh, witnesses.
Oh my God. Are
Oh.
we alive?
Why is there snow?
I don't know.
I don't know. Maybe it's like a seasonal place we were in.
Season.
That island we were at?
You might
Yeah.
be right, Chiefs. It may have seasons.
They might have seasons. It's wintertime now. Oh, those are the little Zorties?
Oh, is this like the
Yeah,
Where's
preview
our
to the next
footsteps?
map?
Where's our footies?
Oh, yeah. End of episode 3, Seagate.
Oh, that's how we went.
Done.
Let's go.
Well done.
Holy Christmas,
Well
man.
Episode
Well
4 will be
done.
called Western Digital.
Yeah, Sane Western Digital. To be
To be
continued.
continued.
Thanks for playing.
All
Well, thank you for
right.
having us.
Nice.
That was a blast.
That was awesome.
Oh, we can skip
Yeah,
it with
That was
spacebar.
awesome.
Special thanks to Halai Hawk.
Yeah, read all those
100%.
for us real quick.
Oh, also, Aku Halai Svik was really big in this too.
Oh,
Yeah,
and,
super,
uh,
super
and-
great person.
Iga
Barack
Ipek.
Ruckus.
Iga Ipek.
Got it.
Iga
Iga
Ipek was pretty
iPad,
cool.
man.
Hello.
That's like my
Yeah.
childhood.
Damn.
100%. Launder
Got it.
software. We love that. Escaping from the deep ocean. Let's go.
Nice. Good job, team.
Oh my God. That was
Well played.
great success.
That's insane.
Oh my goodness, everybody. The adventure. Wait, what's all this stuff on the walls now? What's all this noise?
Oh, did we get achievements?
Oh, those are the papers we found
Hey!
when we were walking around.
Skinwalker. What's this?
Okay,
I don't
well,
remember seeing a
jeez.
skinwalker. Oh, the skinwalker is what killed
Hey,
us
boy.
in the bins.
Hey.
Look at that. We're learning stuff and collecting
Look at us go.
Oh. Cockroaches.
Yeah, we.
Litter rat. Little rat.
Little rat.
Oh, little, yeah. Little rat.
Little
rat.
Little rat.
Little rat. Little rat.
Oh, hey, a flashlight.
My
would've been
God.
nice.
And there's one more. So I guess I thought there was another release, but no, they're releasing another.
Releasing
To
another.
be announced.
Ooh, okay.
Yeah, it's the fourth. The fourth.
Oh, there's a
one. Yeah.
scarecrow. Oh, hey, hey.
Ooh. Hey, hey.
Opa.
I don't think so.
Opa!
Not today.
Opa.
Oh, okay, that was a hover.
I'm gonna jump over it. Oh God, I'm gonna jump directly into it. Well played, fellas. Good job.
Yeah, well done. They're kind of long, eh? Like, that was like what, 3 hours?
Yeah.
Oh no! Wait, are they here?
Are there more? This is how we
Are
gotta.
there, yeah, are there more?
Look.
This is how we gotta
Oh,
finish.
dude, let's go!
Oh my
Everything's
God,
here.
this is how it ends. This is beautiful. Wait, boxing
There's a
gloves.
flute. I
Hold on
know.
a
There's all
second.
kinds of stuff over here. Oh my God. Oh.
What?
Wait, I got this.
Don't
I know
get
what to do.
lost.
I know what to do.
Jeeves, come here. Jeeves, come here.
Holy shit. Oh god, oh god, oh god. Hey, hey, I want the basketball. Hold on.
How do I get off it? There we go. What is this right now?
Shoot the J. Shoot it. Oh, I made it. Oh my god.
Nice.
What happens if you make it?
I don't know.
Did you get an
A
achievement?
song, some
Whoa.
sounds. It's such a great shot. Jesus. It's like the Titanic.
You gotta do it right up close. There it is. Okay, here's mine. Wait, how'd you get on the fence?
You just gotta jump really high.
Oh, you went on the trampoline.
Yeah.
There we go.
Almost had it. Ah. I'm trying.
Well, I guess that's going to be it for me for tonight.
Oh,
Same, yeah. That was actually perfect.
that was good.
Yeah.
That was fun.
This is wonderful. This is wonderful.
I am absolutely down to play the next episode whenever that gets
Yeah,
released in
Me
the next
too,
8 years.
100%.
Absolutely.
I just
Yeah.
want to say a thanks to Chiba the Hut, I think. 007, I think, and FlashForce, I think. Yep, that's definitely Flash.
100%.
Okay.
Here we go.
Yep. Awesome. Well, friends, I appreciate you so much. This was amazing.
I appreciate you
Loads
guys.
of fun. Fantastic. All right, friends. I will see you later. Bye.
Bye, Doc. Oh, okay, that was it. That was it. That was it. Should have twerked on the hoop. It's missed opportunities. It's okay. Dude, I tried to warn you that that game is literally insanity. It is quite literally insanity. That game is absolutely psycho. Absolutely psycho. All right. Well, I tell you what, we're gonna probably switch over and play a couple of games of Faz. We're not gonna be done just yet. Not quite. Absolute madness. Mr. Kill, thank you, sir. Always, 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 always a pleasure, sir. All right, do that. Go there, switch that back over to that. We'll do a couple games before we call it quits. Well, I wasn't planning on it. That's the biggest thing. Yeah. Death Goddess, thank you for the dono to St. Jude. Thank you so freaking much. I got the clip of that exit for your short form usage. Of that exit? Wait, of what exit? Want to play Faz? The rest of the fam didn't want to play with. I got you. Understood. We'll just do a couple of games. We'll do a couple. Scout Tour, thank you for the 9 months, man. Oh, the stacked up thrusting. Oh, thank you. Yeah, there's a few pretty good ones from that. I'll probably make a video from that. That game is nuts. I'm very interested to see what they add next. The first time I played it, I was like, I don't know if I can play this again. This is insane. Pitari, thank you for the 8 months. Twig, thank you for the 20 months. Thank you so much. Hey, what up, Austin? It's good insanity. It is. And any game with friends is going to be madness, but it's going to be a lot of fun. Whamp, whamp, whamp. All right, let me fix this and then I'm ready to go. Hold, friends, hold. Okay, that is updated. Over here, do this. That is good. Switch this, switch this. North Shore, thank you for the 30 months. Welcome back. How are you, friend? Good to see you. Okay. Just got to update all the things so that way it's showing the correct information. There we go. There we go. All right. Groovy. Okay, we should be good. We should be good. Oh, no, B-Man, I appreciate it. No, 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 you're good, dude. No, you're good. All right. I've been doing pro just so I can use the watch and try to enjoy it. So we're going to stay on that, I think. I think that's the plan. I was playing earlier, was wondering if the ghost events get the ghost speed altered or if it's just the hunts. The event is not going to change speed. Yeah, if the ghost is going to change speed, like line of sight stuff, that's only during a hunt. It's not going to do that during an event, for sure. Just my opinion. I think that they effed the game now with the update. I don't think that they completely effed the game entirely, but I think that the update was shit, for sure. Oh, I think most people agree with that. The game is still playable, in my opinion. I don't want to say completely fine, but the update itself should have never gone out. Never. So they're going to be trying to fix a lot of stuff by Tuesday, and I'm just really hoping that they do, because it's a lot of stuff to fix. It's a lot. So we'll see what happens. Hi, Lizzie. Good to see you, friend. How are you? So we'll see, man. I don't know. The switching. Yeah, the item switching is going to be removed. You're not going to have an animation switching from item to item anymore. That's going to go away. Deployed without refinement. I honestly, I think that they deployed with there being a lot of stuff that they didn't actually know about. That's just, again, personal opinion. I don't know if that's true or not. I don't know. Feelings lol, Lizzie's so much better. Can I ask what the watch does? Absolutely. So the watch is a sanity monitor. Whenever you have the sanity board available. So if I throw my light down, if I pull the watch out like this, I can see how much sanity I've lost. Yeah, yeah. Or if I want, I could just pull up my journal and see it that way as well. Yeah. Close to the dev to give them a word and tell them what should be. Oh, and we have been. Oh, believe me. Believe me, the amount of stuff that we have posted about in the partner channel talking directly to the developer has been a shit ton. It has been a lot. So, yeah. It's frustrating. Oh, for sure. Agreed upon. Emily, thank you for the 35 months. Welcome back. Did they at least add a checkbox for when you pick up the bone? No. Negative. All right, I've heard nothing. They'll fix the bugs and the animations with time. I'm more concerned about how it affects the future partnerships. Right. You're right, for sure. The watch is good, though, to check the time of the hunts. Oh, yeah. If you don't have the ability to do a quick time check, then for sure. Well, hello. That's one way to reveal yourself. Let's go get a UV. So we're just going to be hopeful. That's the best thing that we can do. I do believe in his ability to quickly fix things. Haven't played since the update. What are people mainly disappointed in? People are mainly disappointed in how sloppy it was released, because this is not ready to go out to public. There's so many things jank and wrong with it, and it was released anyway. That's why people are pissed, because you have a game that you could say it's early access all you want, but they have made so much money off of this game. You figure the updates would get cleaner as time goes on, and this one was sloppy AF, and we think it's because they had to release it. Oh, UV. We're thinking it's because they were like their hand was forced, basically like, shit, we've got to put this out there. Very rushed. Very, very rushed. I don't think anybody's questioning that. I don't like how there isn't any more. I know the breaky backs was a fun thing. I know. Amazed they don't have a CC only tester server a week before an update. That's actually been suggested. Bro, relax. That has been suggested. I've seen your hand stays in the same way when you drop items from it. No, it's just how wonky it is. How like slow you rotate through your items now. Yeah, there's just a lot of stuff that people are not a fan of. Would sign up to help test. They just have to get better at timing. Timing. All right, let's do UV. Get spirit box. We're gonna get a book, and I'm gonna get, yeah, motion sensor. Had to turn down the FOV. I did too. I normally do FOV of 90, but I had to do 80. Same. So yeah. Okay, ultraviolet, blah. It's an Oni. Nailed it. First try. Where are you? Are you here? Where are you? Are you near? Are you here? Are you close? Dude. Are you still here? Okay, you are. Good deal. Where are you? Are you here? Nothing. No EMF 5. We'll check for that. Thank you for the follows, friends. Welcome in. How are we doing? Firm believer to not release anything till it's ready, which should always be the case. Always. Ask if it likes the update. Even the ghost is going to go, oh, I don't know. Breaky wrists on tier 2 flashlight. Oh, on many things. It's not just that. On a lot of stuff. For sure. Yeah. But the best thing that we can do, is play through it right now. There's a lot of people that don't want to play the game in its current state, and I don't blame them. Oh, I just saw that. But it's playable for me, so that's why I'm like, I can still play, and it's fine. Fine. Banshee, Obambo, Phantom, and Agorio. Well, I've been getting a lot of late orbs. Let's make sure we don't have that. Mohit, how are you? Welcome in. What foundation am I raising money for? That's St. Jude. That's what that logo is in the top left. Yeah. We've raised over $6,000 for St. Jude. It's a new update coming. What's it about? Are they making it to a gamer? Oh, it's an event. So it's a one-time event. Top Shot. It's a one-time event, but it's lasting over a certain amount of time. I don't know how long it's going to last, but it's starting on Tuesday, and it's related to Alan Wake. So we don't know the exact details yet. We're still kind of waiting for that. They should introduce grappling hooks. Where would we be able to watch it? I mean, you could watch it here. I'll be streaming it on Tuesday, probably. I see you, Grandma. Grandma. Hi, Carrie. How are you, friendo? Let's bring you, and you. I'm playing on Pro just because I want to be able to use the watch, and I don't feel like doing a custom. So it is what it is. But yeah, I raise money for St. Jude every May, and I do it for the entire month. Isuno Bumble. Capture a photo of the ghost, repel, and escape. All right, well. Gazoon tight. Oh my God, it's playing with the dog toy. Bro, get out of here. Hey, don't throw shit at me. Oh. All right. Hey, I need a photo of you. Come here. Come here. Oh, thank you. Kind of scared me. All right. Got all that stuff. That looks good. Let's go find the bone. Didn't know that was possible. Didn't know what was possible. You know what? F it. Just take a picture of Frank. F it. Oh, I don't want you. I want this guy. This guy. This guy. Ghosty. Closet by the doll room. Oh my god, I wasn't even paying attention. Thank you. Huge boner jam. What's her name? Doris Wilson, and she's a grandma. Doris. Hello. Oh, hi. Interesting you keep walking at me as an Obambo. Very interesting. Frosty, thank you for the follow. First time being able to catch a stream. Hope all is well. It is going well, Paulie. How are you? We were playing a crazy game called Zort earlier, and then I wanted to do a couple of games of Faz before we called it quits. So here we are. Okay, I heard that. No sounds, no nothing. Loved Zort. That game is nuts. Oh yeah, I know I've writing. I'm aware. I've marked my evidence. I've got all that stuff. I've got all the photos of the things. I've got ghostwriting. I could get video of it and audio of it if I get another book. That didn't record, did it? Oh my god. Are you fucking kidding me? Is it? The camera. Literally the camera was stopping that. Hey Sean, how are you? I bet you I got one audio out of that. Cam Jam. It's Cam Jam. Paranormal laughing, you son of a bitch. Ghosty. Ask a random question about the Sunny Meadows Easter egg with the cursed items. Yeah, what's up? Let her rip. Might just go get a firelight. Oh, well, I bet you I can't record that anyway. Yeah, there's some weird thing happening where you can't. I don't know. It's not letting me record the crucifix. I don't know. The camera and the camera stand blocking the door got me killed a few times. I don't know why that even became a thing, but it seems like when the ghost events and the ghost shuts the door, then it gets stuck and you have to like move the item, whatever it was that was in the way, which is kind of dumb. I just need to repel and have it do the thing. Let me just go get smudges. It'll be fine. MCM, welcome in. It'll be fine. Smudge, smudge, smudge. Is it bugged out? I was trying to show someone on the cross on the wall won't turn. There must be something wrong with it because I tried to do it when I was playing with Baron and I saw the crucifix light up and I saw the flame in the middle, but there was no ghost. Is it because of the door physics now? Maybe. I don't know. Yeah. Hey, Lodge, how's the game? Oh, the games earlier were so funny. It was so fun. All right. Well, I have hiding here. Hiding here. Hiding here? Good lord. Oh, you bitch. My power. You buy the board game of this game and then have you go. Wait, what? Hold on. Can you buy the board game of this game then and have you got it? What? What? I don't understand. Excited about the Alan Wake event because I love Alan Wake. I just hope the game doesn't bug more with another update with the fixes. Yeah, very fair. I need to look more into the Alan Wake universe because I never played the games. Oh, do I have the board game of this? Nobody. Oh, sorry, I was in your room, Meemaw. You son of a bitch. Stop turning off all my lights. God damn it. Nobody has the board game yet. No, they're releasing it this year. So many have purchased it, but we haven't heard anything about it. So I don't know when that's supposed to happen. I've heard that the Alan Wake games are amazing. I've heard that too. I'm taking your crucifix. It's mine, Beamal. Oh shit. Miss your Cheebs. Hello, sir. Alan Wake is voiced by Will Scarlett O'Hara from Robin Hood Men in Tights. Wait. What? Who did he play in Men in Tights? Oh, you are such a biznatch, if I may say so myself. Oh. Now it's over here. Thanks for the games earlier, Mr. Cheebs. Always a blast, my friend. Always a blast. God damn it. No, no. No, the character. Abe Lincoln. Did you say Abe Lincoln? Oh, wait here. That is the character? Wait. Well, I gotta look it up. I gotta look it up. In a second. You're a fasto bumble. His real name is Matthew Peretta. Gotcha. I thought Will was the actual name. Give me a second. I'll look it up. So Bombo's being really mean. Let me out. All right, hold on. Wait. Before I even look it up, I knew it. The second I thought about Will, I was like, okay, wait, who called somebody Will? It was literally one of them that calls out for him from behind the bushes. And then he comes out with his knives and does the crazy thing, goes to put him back into his pants and cuts off the belt loops or whatever, and his pants fall down. I remember that part now. So that is the guy that voiced Alan Wake? That's pretty cool. That's him. Because I remember Robin Hood Men in Tights pretty well. Like they were saying, it's a pretty damn quotable movie. That is for sure. That is for sure. Paulie, thank you for the 2 months, man. Able to read. Oh, thank you so much. All usernames are taken. Thank you for the Prime, man. Blazing Saddles. Oh, I haven't seen that in so long. Very cool. I thought Keanu voiced Alan Wake. Oh, I don't know. I mean, I would assume no. All right, I got objectives. We got the ghosty. That's what we're here for. I'm not even here necessarily for a perfect game. Get mixed up with what is in range on Tanglewood to work on a miling test with a flashlight. Honestly, the easiest way to think about it is just getting as far away from the ghost as possible. And then if you don't hear the footsteps, but you hear items being thrown, doors being touched, all that stuff, and the flashlight isn't blinking, probably a miling. The chances are high that it is. All right, I have ads, guys. We're going to go ahead and hit them. I do 3 minutes every hour. 3 minutes. There we go. Yeah, like I'm excited for the new Spaceballs, but I'm at the same time scared. I'm afraid that it's going to get ruined. Like, because you cannot release a movie the way that they used to. You just can't. It would never work. Not today. People would cry. So I'm hopeful, man. Cyber, thank you for the 18 months. He's also in Control, which is in the same universe as Alan Wake. Oh, nice. Mel Brooks is a treasure. Just an amazing brain that you can't replicate. For sure. Hey, Darth. I'm sad that Spaceballs 2 is not the quest for more money. That does kind of suck. That would have been really funny to lean into the first movie. Are you hearing Galaxy Quest? Yes, you are. Mel Brooks give a damn Would he give a damn what people think? Yeah, but it's not just about what people think. It's about getting reamed by anywhere you're trying to release it because they're just, oh, well, people aren't going to like it. One of the best movies ever. So good. Understands how to evolve, but still push the envelope. I want them to push the envelope. They deserve it, man. They deserve it. Like, all of them are getting back. Like, everybody from the original that can be there, like, all of them are coming back to do it. I'm pretty sure he doesn't care what anyone thinks at 99 years old. Yeah, probably not. Old bumbos. Old bumbos. They said that about the Deadpool movies at first, I think. Yeah, well, that would make sense. Still have yet to see Spaceballs in its entirety. If there's a movie I'd recommend, that would be one of them at the top of the list. I loved that movie. I remember being a kid and for some stupid reason, I don't know why, my mom brought home like a shit ton of paper. Like, I don't know. It was like really oversized. So like out of boredom, I started making stuff out of it. And one of the things I did was I remade, man, I wish I still had it. I remade the VHS cover for Spaceballs on every side. And I like custom drew all of the stuff that was there. I'm not an artist in any way, but I just remember making the VHS case out of paper. Rick Moranis is coming back. Yes. Yes. It's exciting, man. He hasn't, I mean, what was the last thing that he was in? Been quite a long time. But you got to respect the man. He stopped acting altogether to be with his family. For somebody that was basically at the top to just stop like that is kind of crazy. Probably Honey, We Shrunk Ourselves. Oh, there had to be a movie after that for sure. Oh, for sure. That weird movie that he did with Steve Martin where they were like in a town. Like this like hokey town. Oh, I'd have to look it up. And Michael Winslow's coming back. No, not Three Amigos. Three Amigos. Meet the... Oh, let me see if that's it. That might be it. I don't remember the name of the movie, but I remember seeing it. No, that's not it. Hold on. It was My Blue Heaven. Oh, is that what it was called? That's a movie I need. Yeah, that's it. That's the one. I need to get that movie. Dude, that had so many good people in it. It had so many good people. Joan Cusack. Carol Kane. Oh my God. Yeah, there were so many good people. I love that one. Arugula, it's a vegetable. Do you know what the max prestige cap is now? Someone said, yeah, it's 4,000. Yeah, 4,000 is correct. That is correct. Brother Bear 2 was his last movie. Really? How long ago was that? Frickin' Rick Moranis. What an amazing actor. He's so good. 2006. Okay. That's later than I thought it would be. For sure. Let's see. Mint Mobile, The Goldbergs, Rush, Snakes and Arrows. Looks like there's some stuff even after, I think. He did the Dark Helmet voice for The Goldbergs. Oh, that's cool. He did that in 2018. That's cool. Who brought the dog? Those are TV. Yeah. Yeah. You're right. You're right. It's Brother Bear 2. Interesting. God, Honey, We Shrunk Ourselves was 1997. Holy shit. Crazy talk. Remember Big Bully? The movie he did with Tom Arnold? Or Tom Arnold's some bully asshole that like even terrorizes him later in life. I feel old. Dude, you're just join the party. Just join the party. You're one of us. All right, let's go to... You know what? No, I don't want to do it. Not while the game is like it is. Nope, we're going to Willow. I was going to go to Point Hope. That's how you know it's late. Hatch, how you doing? Cyber, thank you for the 18 months. Bradley, welcome in. Big Bully's a classic. I don't know if I ever owned. I don't know if I ever owned it, but I remember seeing it on TV. Yeah. Rate the update out of 10? Oh, probably like a 3 or a 4. Yeah. No way it's been that long. Dude, I'm telling you, it's crazy thinking about some of the movies that you might remember from being younger, how long ago it actually was. Yeah, a little crazy. Little crazies. I thought my oldest turning 14 last week made me feel old, but nope, thinking of how far back 97 definitely hits home. My oldest is about to turn 14. Wish I kept all my family's VHS tapes. My parents had a massive collection. You should shame them because you could give it to me. And it upsets me, Jeeps. It makes my heart sad. No, my family didn't keep anything, man. All right, we'll just assume you're in here. Sounds good. Shaming incoming? Okay, let me know how it goes. And then tell them I love them. Little Giants? Oh, I've got that on VHS. I got that in a clamshell. I love that movie. Dude, I was so excited to show my kids that movie. Such a great movie. Watched for hours the other day. The drop didn't even start progressing. It just started. Oh, weird tape. It might have been a Twitch problem. Might have been a Twitch issue. Okay, wait. I did not. Yeah, there's no mirror. No cards. No that. Okay. Gotcha. Best part about the update is the ability to do the stanky leg. It might be one of the better parts. Welcome in. Yeah, that's for sure. Your son just turned 30? Oh my. Look at you go. I forget how old Chinggis's daughter is. It's his stepdaughter, but she's like 20 something. She has a baby. Used the Ouija board today and it worked. Nice. Good deal. Videos helped a lot after improving in the game. I didn't know you streamed. I do. I try to do it in all the places to the best of my ability. To the best of my abilities. What up, Brady? How are you? Youngest is 30 and my oldest is 33. Man. Oh, the time flies. I'm good. Oh, that's cool. I didn't like those lights anyway, you piece of trash. Stupid jerkhole. Chinggis and Dahlia being old enough to be grandparents blows my mind. I know. It throws you off. Oh, make sure, don't talk age. I know, no, trust me. You're not in trouble or anything like that. It's just, we do our best to avoid saying actual ages. It's just for the safety of everybody. Any idea who was the ghost? Yeah, it's Jazz Belfield. Yeah. I love physical media. I know it's not the same, but last week the internet was down at school. I saved my coworker substitute teacher by bringing in a DVD of Princess Bride. Hell yeah. I love physical media as well. I have, I need to finish scanning a few that I got. I've scanned every VHS that I have to put it into a database, basically a collection. And I have a few that I got that I totally forgot to scan. So I need to do that. But it's that way whenever I'm like, if I'm going thrifting or something and I'm going to go get VHSs, I want to make sure I'm not buying duplicates. What the type of ghost? We just walked in. I don't know. What's going on? You okay? What happened? You freaking out? No writing. No freezing. 6 degrees. That's a little dicey. You did hear Princess Bride. Yeah, someone's talking about watching it on DVD. Where are you? Are you here? Where are you? Are you near?
Get away.
Where are you?
Get away.
Are you here? Did you poop in the sink? Where are you? Where are you? Are you here? Where are you? Are you near?
From behind.
Okay. Hey, I just turned you off, asshole. All right. Oh my god, I thought I just saw dots. It was the goddamn camera. Anybody want a peanut? Anybody? Yeah, ghosty pooping in the sink. I know. You have a pretty big VHS collection and retro rewind. Hey, that's something. Let's go. I have over 500 VHSs. Yeah. Earlier today, I had a bug where the lights would just never stop flickering. It was super weird. Probably another bug from the update. Yeah, it's because you had a Raiju. I would almost guarantee it. Almost would guarantee that you had a Raiju. All right. Not seeing. It's not doing anything. Let's make sure that it's walking around in the room we need it in. It was a Raiju? Yep. It's a bug. They're going to fix it. So just think of it like a bonus. It's like a bonus. You bitch. Oh, there's writing now. Hey, yo. All right, let's turn the power back on. Shaun of the Dead. Oh, I love Shaun of the Dead. That's another really amazing movie. We are basically testers. Unfortunately, yeah, that's what it feels like. Yep, unfortunately. Oh, all right. Well, I wasn't getting in the Dio response, but it doesn't mean it's not a Dio. It's not a bug. Flash is so good at the game, he guesses what other people's ghosts are. He got red on you. Ghosty. What you doing? I mean, I love a Dio too. I just don't know if I'm going to get one. All right, let's get some salt. I have this bug where every time I click on the truck cam, my game crashes. Oh no. Are you on console? Give me this. Give me this. 82. Let's go. Hey, Closure. I appreciate you. Thank you guys for the follows, by the way. You have until the 11th for drops, so you have like 2 days. Just a heads up, friends. Anybody that maybe hasn't gotten theirs yet. I need to see where you're walking around. Okay. And now you touch the door, you asshat. And we got phalanges. Shocker. And it's a poultry. All right. Hey, I need a photo of you. Anyone heard about VR, how it's doing? The current state that it's in, I've heard it's a little rough. Or so they say, or so I've been told. EMF, monkey paw, fingerprint, footprint, and I need the ghosty. Pulte, hello. We do have hands now. Yeah, not just hands. Look. We have full bodies. Yeah. They're a little rough, but it's something, I guess. The door's already shut. What did you possibly achieve? You can have knees, you can. We had a friend that was playing in VR last night, and it was pretty effing hilarious. There you go. Now we're talking. Pulte! Hey, don't shut my lights off. Ow. For the update, what would you say was the quickest you identified the ghost? I mean, it's quicker than what I would have done now. The quickest I've ever probably identified the ghost was, I'd say, less than like, I don't know, less than like 5 seconds. Trying to go perfect? No. Nope. All right. Tell you what we're gonna do. You know, well, actually, wait. I need to make sure the ghost is here. This is not going to work. Before you even enter the map, correct. We're going to try, though. I wish to see the ghost. Gotcha. to hunt. Don't even need it to hunt. We got literally all the objectives and we got the ghosty. Bye, idiot. Did one less than 30 seconds when a Pulte threw 6 items in the kitchen at me. Oh my god. I was playing on Camp Woodwind, doing no evidence run, got into the truck, went over to the camera, saw there were orbs, left because it was a mimic. If you're playing a no evidence run and you have orbs, you know for 100% that it's a mimic. So that's how you can do an investigation in less than like, well, figure it out in less than like 5 seconds. Without even going in the map, without grabbing the key, without opening the front door, without doing any of that. Happy they added. Yeah, the Sanity Watch is a fantastic idea. I think that they could still make it even better. Make it even better by not making this the time for the investigation, but allowing us to do an actual stopwatch. Like whatever it may be, whether it's like when you're holding, if you're on mouse, hold right click and then you left click to start the timer, left click to stop, and then like, I don't know, double tap to reset or middle click to reset, whatever it may be. That would be better than being able to just see the overall time. Have mine as black and it goes white when I lose sanity. That's smart. That's smart. I'd prefer if they tied it to a high prestige unlock though. That'd be cool. It would definitely make you want to prestige if the only way to get this was to unlock it. Yeah. 3 tiers of watches somebody had suggested. That'd be a cool idea. Yep. What is the weekly challenge? No evidence? Yeah, no evidence. Yep. Yep. All right. Friends, I think we're going to call it there. I think it's a good time because I normally was going to stream on Saturday anyway. Was playing with friendos. It gives me time to get off of here, go hang out with the missus before she passes out with her old lady hours. Visual sanity drain like in Don't Starve. I mean, kind of. But yeah, stick around. We'll go raid. I appreciate you guys for hanging out today. If you got a chance to hang out while we were playing Zort, I hope you enjoyed. Obviously, that's always a good time. Thank you, Mr. Kill. Always appreciate you, sir. Yeah. If you guys aren't in the Discord, by the way, that is usually when I make announcements. So like I pinged everybody today whenever we were switching over. I mean, when we were playing today, I normally don't play today, so I just want everyone to know. Thank you, Talvanor. But yeah, I'll be live again. Well, I still got to figure out tomorrow. I think the chances of me being live tomorrow are very high. They're very high. So we'll see. We will see. But thank you guys. I appreciate you. Well, thank you, friends. Let's go find someone to raid. What are you doing for Mother's Day? She wanted to have a very chill Mother's Day. So I promised her that we would. Last year was not very chill. Last year I kind of went full send and I made her the best possible Disney day for her at home. So basically started the morning off. I had a custom, like if you stayed in the resorts, there's screens that they make for you. So I made a custom screen for her for Mother's Day with background music and all that jazz. And then I made her Mickey waffles with full-blown breakfast, and it's legit Mickey waffles. So like I used a Mickey waffle iron, and I also used the same mix that they use on property. And then after breakfast, I'm trying to think, besides giving her gifts and doing all that stuff for lunch, I recreated the sci-fi diner in our living room by blacking out all the curtains, having the sci-fi video play on loop. I put up, I made the food that they make from the diner. What else did I do? Dinner, I let her choose what she wanted dinner to be. A lot of it was food related. I made her pineapple Dole Whips from scratch. Late at night, that's right. Late at night, what I did was I showed the fireworks show from like Happily Ever After. And I had lights installed in the back of my TV so that the fireworks would actually blast colored light from the back of the TV. Yeah, we did the whole thing. Oh, I love that. We love the sci-fi diner. Love it. There are people that dog it. You know what? I don't believe you. I love it so much. The atmosphere is great. The food is great. I think it's fantastic. I love it. More of a 50s primetime diner gal. I would love to. I've never actually eaten there. I would love to eat there. That'd be cool. Yeah, I guess we're simple folk. I say simple folk, but like, it doesn't take too much to please us. I just want to be left alone. That was literally my wife. That was literally Mrs. Flash. She's like, I just want a relaxing day. And I said, fair frickin' enough. So I'll make sure to tell the children, if you guys have any sort of anything, any questions, anything like that, field it to me. Don't you dare go to her. Good night, Macy. Yeah. But if you guys do have the opportunity to spend Mother's Day with either your moms or a wife or whoever may be, any of the women's in your life or any of the ones that celebrate as a mom, please make sure to celebrate with them if you have the opportunity. Do you know if we can play the old FAS versions? I know that there's a way to do it, but they don't suggest that you do it. Because if you do anything to your save file, they won't help you. Because it's just not recommended. But there's ways. You just have to look it up. Yep. Few things are better than a greasy burger and a cup of black coffee at a random 24-hour diner. Hey, that's good stuff. That's good stuff. All right. As of right now, we'll say that my stream time will be normal, but there's a good chance it's going to change. And it might be like later in the night or later in the day. So we will see, friends. Okay? We will see. First time I saw the 24/7 live, I wondered why my chats were not showing up. Oh no. Oh no. Yeah, that channel I have live all the time, just in case people want to watch some. I'd say, oh well, now they're older VODs because I haven't uploaded it. I don't want to upload any of the new ones, not until they fix all the shit. I don't want to upload any of that. So I will update the VODs that get played on there once we have better stuff to upload. My stream schedule, it's usually Monday, Wednesday, Friday at 8:30 p.m. and Sunday at 1. Typically. Uses background noise. I appreciate you, Special Pat. I tell you what, we're going to keep it simple tonight, and I'm literally going to take you over there. That's the plan. I do it occasionally so people know that it's there because it was a highly requested thing, and I'm glad that there's a lot of people that make use of it. All right. Friends, let's go ahead and get some raid messages. If you're a follower, that's for you. If you're a sub, that's for you. Creepy Tier 3, that's for you. All the people currently in the 24/7 channel who didn't know that you were live. It happens. What's extra funny is when I go look at messages and I see people trying to ask me questions in that channel and I answer the VOD. And I answered them somehow. Yeah, it's weird. It's super weird. Raid, R-A-E-D. Yep, almost had it. Almost nailed it. But yeah, we'll go over there. We'll go say hi. I don't know what VOD is playing right now. No clue. But I appreciate you, friends. Thank you for all the love today. You guys are amazing. I'll be live tomorrow for Mother's Day for a bit. I don't know when. I'll just I'll update you guys inside of the Discord server if you're not already in there. But I appreciate you guys. You guys are amazing. Right now to you and Doc. Oh, let's go. Perfect. I'll take you into a VOD where I was playing with Doc. Great. I don't know what he's doing tomorrow. I don't know. Maybe I'll team up with Doc. We typically would team up on Sunday. I don't know if he's streaming tomorrow or not. So we'll figure it out. But you guys are amazing. I love you all. See you tomorrow. Okay, bye.